Got it. Yeah, we about to now in a second. Yep, yep. I probably thought about it. Y'all just got to grab one more, and then we gonna. I'll grab one more. We're gonna get started. Yep. I'm gonna have to share them again because I know you don't have your pens, so I'm gonna share them before I start. I'll just gathering a couple. We gonna get started, bro. All right. Yep. Uh, I need my glasses. I need my glasses. Hold on. All right. Before I do the teaching, I said I'm gonna always share books that you can get from me. These you can get them either printed and binded from my company bindedbook.com, or you can get the PDF from me today. I can send it to your email, and you can download it on your tablet or your phone, and you can always travel with your wisdom. And if you want it printed and binded, we can print them at bindedbooks.com for the same price as Office Max or Staples, or you can have them do it. So the first book I want to show you is Peter Lambert Wilson, The Sacred Drift, Essays on the Margins of Islam. Go on Amazon and see how much this book costs. Go on Amazon and see how much this book costs. You can get this. You can get this book from me, not printed and bind it, but a PDF. I'll send it to your email for only a $25 donation. The next one is Russian Icons by Vladimir Ivanov. The next one is Russian Icons by Vladimir Ivanov. Go on Amazon and see how much this book costs. You will hear people talking about the ancient blacks, but it ain't no such thing as ancient blacks. They were the Russian Icons by Vladimir Ivanov. The paperback costs about a couple $100, but the hard copy costs a couple grand. And I shared my list yesterday live. This is where they have all the icons. You know, dark. This is what's in Russia. You can get this from me for a small donation. I don't even want to say prices because to me, it don't make sense to me saying prices and people don't support. So if you want this document, I'm gonna give my phone number at the end of my teaching, but my email is Goodman, GOODMANKHARY @gmail.com. That's my email. Go on Amazon and see how much these books cost. And then I lecture these books. I lecture them on the college campus. All college students that I deal with, when I do most of my lectures in the colleges, they have all these books. We are lost, and our language are lost because we don't let our own teacher teach us. And that's the problem, man. These are jewels. So the first one I showed you, Sacred Gift by Peter Lambert Wilson. Second, Russian Icons by Vladimir Ivanov. The next one, Criminalizing a Race Theory by Sharice L. McIntyre. This book is damn near 3 bands on Amazon. I asked all my melanated people, why do you think this book is $3 grand on Amazon? Why do you think? Well, that's still super hot. It's so much wisdom in here. The average Negro is not going to spend $3 grand on the book. And every book that I have bind and printed, I have hard copy. I have all the originals because a lot of them was given to me from my professors. And I'm part of the Philosophical Research Society. That's why I'm going to always come and bring wisdom. I ain't took no oath. Am I initiated? Yes. Everybody is initiated when you have a form of wisdom. I'll give you an analogy. If you're taking martial arts, you're going through the ranks or the gulps per se. If you're going through academia, you're going through elementary, middle school, high school. If you go to community college, get your bachelor's degree, your master's, and then some of us go get our PhD. Same thing with anything. You go through ranks. Even if you gangbanging, you go through ranks. When you're working out, you go through ranks. That's the thing. We don't want order and process, and we were built for order and process. So this book costs $3 grand on Amazon. You can get this printed and bind it from me. My company will bind it for you. I'll give you my nobles information that bind them, or you can get the PDF from me for a small donation. Look how much it costs on Amazon. You should want this information to remove all the spookism of that back to out of Africa crap that your kids thinking. As soon as misnomer Black History come, they're gonna come with all that slave stuff. We should have been debunking that with scholarship. All the books that I shared the other day in my book club. This one right here used to cost thousands. It's not that expensive no more because a lot of people selling their copies. But I lectured this on a college campus. John Coleman, Tavistock Institution of Human Relations. And it breaks down everything. It breaks down everything that you need to know. I keep telling people, Peter Moon used to lecture at GCU. Peter Moon wrote a book called The Spondu Mysteries. He wrote Transylvania Sunrise, a whole bunch of other books. And he talks about our prophet and the science. This is what I'll be telling our people. Science is science. And once you get to a higher level, you got to remove the spookism. I'm coming back giving something to my people. You know, here it is. Everything that you think is happening today is old. And John Coleman lectured this behind the pulpit at all universities. Break everything down that what you think is valid today is nothing but a replay. Listen to the chapters. Founded the world's premier brainwashing institution. Just like what's happening today. Me and my empress, I was just telling my empress, I said, babe, A lot of these people that be talking that they want to overthrow the government and these so-called sovereign citizens, no matter if they misnomer black or white, a whole bunch of them, I won't say the majority of them, but a lot of them are ex-military or military. And that goes for the goofy, Moorish, whatever they call themselves with their fez on their head, and the European militia. They both the same. And when you look at their background, they all ex-military. All of them. 2, Europe falls off the precepts. Europe falls off the precepts. 3, how times were made to change. 4, social engineering and social scientists. 5, do we have what H.G. Wells calls an invisible government? Watch, we're going to break down history. When we talk about, no, we're going to use they pen and they scholars. Watch. 6, mass communications usher in the polling industry. 7, the making of public opinion. 8, degrading women and decline of moral standards. Look at this, degrading women and the decline of moral standards. I saw a girl that was rapping because I'm into everything. So when I see young people, I know how to relate to them. They be like, Sheik, you how old? I'm 48. They like, how do you know all this? I have to. I saw a girl, she called herself a rapper. All rappers now, they ain't nothing. The females just talking about sex. And that's why I like Deb, Waka Flocka Flame Mama. She like, man, she ain't promote just selling sex. But anyway, before the girl started rapping, the girl done took her panties off and put them on the damn mic. First thing coming out of her mouth, explicit, explicit, explicit. And that's what we want for our girls to be doing. I told y'all, this is a setup. Facebook, internet is a multi-billion-dollar industry to make Negroes look like a fool. How? Because look who look like a fool on social media. I told y'all, when I say something from scholarship, when I post a book, it's called, let me go get the book. I can't show it, because if I show it, whoa, my bad. Because if I show it, I'll get shadow banned again. I'm gonna go get the book, because I don't even remember the name of the book. Hold on. And what I do, I cover up the picture. Hold on, let me change my things. I broke my dang old clip. So 1 second, y'all. Let me fix this. Apologies for that little mishap. But this real life. 1 second. I just broke that thing. Like boop. All right, there we go. Let me get this thing straight. Oops. Apologies. I'm crazy. Hold on. Hold down. Let me minute. Let me put some cute in it. Sorry about that, Noble. 1 second. Let me grab something. There we go. My apologies for the little mishap. So let's get back to what we was demonstrating. Whoa. You don't want that to happen. There we go. So we got 7, making of public opinion. 8, degrading women and decline of moral standards. How individuals and groups react to blending fact with fiction. Just think about that today. How on the internet you're able to mix fact with fiction. And this is what I be telling people. It's not just so-called Moors that, and I ain't gonna call them Moors, I'm gonna call them sovereign citizens that just use it more like it's some club name. Look, it ain't just them people on the internet talking about you can overthrow the government and your social security number is attached to some dollars and your birth certificate, you can cancel corporate debt. It's Europeans on the internet too doing that, y'all. I be telling y'all this is an old Jedi mind trick. That's an old European thing. I shared the person where it came from. And people still be missing. And I said, come on, my brothers and sisters, don't do nothing that you think is right because all these people saying something on the internet and none of them went to court and won. Pooh diddly, y'all. That's not science. We're going to deal with things the right way. That's why I said my people don't study. We couldn't do this. They had the black Christian codes back then. We couldn't come together and study and have me teaching you. You had to have an overseer over you. And then I have a temple, a school, a library with over 1 million books and documents. We don't have to talk about something hidden from us. Ain't nothing hidden from us. And I got the same education as most professors and even more. And I told you, I'm part of the Philosophical Research Society. I'm gonna always be transparent. It's nothing nobody have on the internet, no information, no real information or no book or nothing that they have that you can't get from me. And then demonstrate it from love. Because the rest of it be just catchphrases and payola. The paradigm shift in education. The paradigm shift in education. Polling comes of age. Lewin's doctrine of identity change. The induced decline of Western civilization between two worlds. America is not a homeland. The media's role in propaganda. Do you see this? This John Coleman, he tell you the media's role in propaganda. Eurocentric and Negrocentric. I told you I couldn't even share this book on the internet. When I was doing a lecture. I told everybody, I said, I just want to say peace to y'all. They were like, why? Because I said, y'all not going to see me for 30 days. Everybody was like, why? Because I said, I guarantee you, after I show this book and show what's in there and show what history did, I said, they're going to ban me for 30 days. Sure enough, boom, you have been banned from violating our content. And I said, oh, so me sharing history violate content, but you can have our ladies and our daughters on the internet, butt booty naked, shaking a booty, Negroes shooting people, killing people, all the stuff degrading each other, and that's okay. Because that's niggertainment and it's dollars. It ain't no money in wisdom. And that's where the shift got to come, y'all. Look how all these athletes can make money. If it wasn't no money in these sports in college, how now they got the NIL and these college kids making millions and millions and millions of dollars. Ain't that something? And then you work a job for pennies. Think about this. I shared this book. I can't share the front of it because I'll get shadow banned again. But I'll cover it up. It's called Without Sanctuary. It's called Without Sanctuary. It's called Without Sanctuary. I can't show the cover of I can't show the book, but this book is huge. And I lectured on college campus. You can hear a pin drop. You can hear a pin drop. I said, I don't want to hear no fake history. I had a professor step down in the African American department because she was having the students called what she said, what she called it? Required reading was her Willie Lynch. Was to read Willie Lynch. And I did a whole lecture telling them Willie Lynch is a fraud. Ain't no such thing as no Willie Lynch letter. It ain't in the Library of Congress. The language off, how the spelling was off. She was tearing up because they always gonna get us with propaganda. Just like I told you, our roots is fake. This plagiarized by a European named Harold Colander. Alex Haley plagiarized that. And the European that wrote that, his name is Harold Colander. He a low-level Freemason, just like Zachariah Stinson with that Anunnaki stuff. The same way with the dude that wrote Behold the Pale Horse. I'm telling y'all, it ain't no science. If those Europeans was alive and be able to sit in my presence and they know what I know, that I know what they know, and they know my affiliations, they wouldn't say nothing. Alice Crowley or nothing, they couldn't because it's just reverse science. And you just don't know that. Kabbalistically written. You say the book is by... The book is by shoot, I don't know. Twin Palm Publishers. I don't know who the author. Let me see. Okay, James Allen, Hilton Ailes, Congressman John Lewis. Well, I don't think they can't be the authors. Well, John Lewis got a forward in here. But then these is Europeans. Everything else is Europeans talking about this. Peace, Noble Malik. And they got the pictures and everything. The Europeans talking about history. All in here, lynching. All the names, everything is in here. I lectured it. And I was able to do this at university. That's why I said, man, the shift is the dumb educated preacher, the stupid Moor, we got to let that stuff go. All these Moors talk about they can cancel corporate debt, all that fake stuff, we got to let that go. All that fake Forex stuff, we got to let all that stuff go. And when we come to the real, we can do something real. All these people have been lying to us forever on those conscious community channels, talk about they got never farms and 400 acres. These people have been lying. These people talking that Forex stuff, they've been lying. They've been lying to y'all. Billy Carson, all that, they lying. That ain't even his name. Stolen identity. I know the real Billy Carson that graduated from Harvard. Successful brother, multi-millionaire businessman. These people is frauds, especially when you say the Anunnaki is some alien. No, it's not. It's the Iberian. They get that stuff from Zachariah Stitchin. I'm going to show you all the pictures, the language, the Iberians. It clearly tell you if you know how to read. Let me proceed. Scientific propaganda can deceive the elect. Scientific propaganda can deceive the elect. I'm going to talk about it when I talk about Operation Bluebeam. I'm going to talk about that. I told y'all, man, this is an old Jedi mind trick. That's why I be telling people some alien. I said, man, go sit down. They don't want us to have the power to come together. I'm telling you, they don't want us to know laws and codes and constitutional law, just to ask questions, not to be acting like no fool. Ask a question. You don't have to be breaking no laws, because we're not criminals to bring up things to say, okay, well, now we're going to bring up things against you. Why? Because you breaking the law. That's talking about holding accountable. I'm trying to tell you something precedent here today. We're gonna discuss it. See, I got something very valuable. My whole college academia, I was able to lecture with professors and PhDs and different so-called European Mason potentates out here in Arizona. I'm connected to different libraries. One of my muftis on here, my mufti Malik, he'll tell you. That's why I be telling us, man, it ain't nothing hidden from us. Our ego, our lower self will stop us from connecting to our brother. I got the house, the furniture in it, and a person to sit outside in the cold instead of coming in with us. That's the sad part about brothers. That's the sad part. Propaganda and psychological warfare. Wilson gets into the U.S. into World War I. Thanks to what? Propaganda. In history being repeated. The case of Lloyd Bryce. Research the case of Lloyd Bryce. The Black Art of Successful Lying. Gulf War 1991. The Soldiers Memorial. World War I cemeteries. Peace is not popular. The Tavistock Institution, Britain's control over the U.S. Brainwashing saves a U.S. president. Tavistock's assault on the U.S. How mediocre politicians, actors, and singers are puffed. You heard that. How mediocre politicians, actors, and singers are puffed up. I'm from Flint, Michigan. It ain't nothing but a popularity vote. Just like when I was in class and all those Europeans that's under my auspices, Albion, Trelledyke, whatever you want to call it, they say, man, you can be the mayor, the president, it's not in your community. I said, no, it's a popularity contest. The people don't vote for who's knowledgeable and who can help us. They vote for who popular. Now, you can be popular and be a totally airhead. Just like what they got in the city of Dalton with that lady, Tiffany Henner. Just like they got in other places. I don't care. I don't play colored games. If you an idiot, you an idiot, no matter what color you are. Period. I don't play no jurisdictions of a color. You celebrate Christmas and you think it's real. You celebrate Kwanzaa and you think it's real. Both of you crazy. Both of you crazy. But that's why I be laughing at people. I gotta do this because my wife. No, I'm gonna sit my wife down. Wife, you finna sit your ass down. Excuse my candor. I'm finna tell my kids what it's about. And if we're gonna do anything on some December 25th, we're gonna help some less fortunate kids. We're not finna be spending no money on those stupid ass gifts. We all dressed up taking those stupid ass pictures. Excuse my candor. If you don't like what I'm saying, it don't matter to me. It don't matter to me. And then if you celebrate Kwanzaa and you black, you a clown too. Ron Karinga started that, a COINTELPRO. He tortured black women and everything. Hell, December 25th, you're not celebrating you're not celebrating no Santa Claus. You celebrate something totally different, the Yule. And then you say you love Jesus Christ. So all the days of the year, you love Jesus. One day you replace Jesus with Satan Claus. Celebrating the Saturnalia. Man, go on with that, man. Go on with that. Well, we doing it for the kids. You ain't doing it for the kids. You're doing that for yourself. Because if you were doing it for the kids, you would teach your kids some gratitude and some understanding what charity is all about. And they wouldn't care about no damn Christmas. I know. The soldier, where we at? Brainwashing. Okay, we did that. how mediocre politicians and actors and singers are puffed, the Tavistock formula that got us into World War II, how Tavistock makes well people sick, how Tavistock make well people sick. That's in psychomacy. You know how people can think they sick and then what? They be sick. This is real stuff. You see somebody on TV and they talk about some symptoms. Oh, I got them symptoms. I just told you. Topological psychology gets the U.S. in the Iraq War. 183. My choice of candidate, not my choice. Zero growth in agriculture and industry. Look at it today. America's post-industrial society, exposing the upper level parallel secret government. Interpol in the U.S., its origin and purpose expose, the cults of East India Company. I know y'all know what East India Company is. I know y'all know. The music industry, mind control, propaganda, and war. This is an old Jedi mind trick. And if anybody connected to me, and the point that I'm at, what hurts my heart is I might end up leaving the flesh, and it'd be more Europeans at my funeral than my own people. It's gonna be more college students and professors be like, no, we supported him. Y'all didn't get all his books. It's gonna be more people to come in there and be like, man, he built our library. He helped me graduate from the university. Why you don't know this? He got a full library. We get all his books from him. We don't go to Amazon. We talk about this man everywhere we go, but we don't support. It's Moors on here. They don't even have a fez, and I sell fezzes. Don't even have a turban, and I sell turbans. Don't even have a tunic, and I sell tunics. We have all Moorish American regalia on our page. No Moors be supporting. Tell me why. You think Gucci something? You think Prada something? We'll never have nothing. We'll never be successful. The forgotten cause of the Civil War. This the stuff you need to be teaching your kid. Go on Amazon and see how much this is cost. This is by Lawrence Tenzer. Go on there, Amazon, and see how much this costs. Man, I'm telling you, just like my professor was telling me today, he said, man, the people that you deal with ain't never heard none of the stuff that you talk about. If they did, they lying. He said, but you know how Negroes be. He said, Sheik, you got to be careful. And I was like, why? He said, people want to replace you. Well, I don't care. My shoes is big. You can't put my shoes on. You can do your own thing. But what I know is, hell, if somebody can take something I have and take it to another level, bless them. If they don't give me gratitude for being under the auspices, getting them there and bring me along with them, bless them too. I don't curse nobody. Blessings is blessings because I got what's mine. But what I know, all the work that I put in, all the years that I put in, going in debt, being in the university all night studying, buying books, getting stuff given to me, asking questions, converting books to PDFs. I know nobody never heard of none of this stuff and was able to get access to this stuff. Why? Because you have to buy it off Amazon for thousands. Research how much this costs on Amazon. And I don't be all on my people page, but I can go and I can show you all my European friends when I go back to the university, how they got my name and my face in the vestibule. When I graduated, they got me with my graduate. When I got my dual master's from GCU, they got me up in a tutoring lab. But like, if you need any help in writing APA format, which is a format that you have to write in graduate style, well, get with Mr. Goodman Bay. He can help you with his eyes closed. That's what's on the note. That's what everybody say in the writing lab come. That's how I make most of my money. When I go on a college campus, I can't even leave. I sell so many books, but it don't happen with us. That's why I said my people are lost due to a lack of knowledge because we refuse to learn. We have binge watch love and hip hop. We have binge watch some stuff with our wife, and then we won't even challenge our wives to study. Hell, we won't even challenge our wives to donate to our temple and school, and we do. And our wives give their money to Uncle Sam. Think about the psychosis of this. What if it was reversed? Think about what I'm telling y'all. My people are lost due to a lack of knowledge because they refuse to learn. My speakings be packed with other nationalities to teach people how to do all this stuff. It should be packed with my own people, but it don't. My people should be, you don't have one person that believe and think like you. You don't got nobody that read and study. Well, who you dealing with? A whole bunch of criminals and retardo fardos, evidently. And the last one is the golden age of the Moors. These are the whole books, and I can lecture the whole book while you read page for page. Anybody that's close to me that know me, they know. They like, this man ain't lying. This how I met that man. I keep telling people. And now, look how many books, the value, when somebody add the value up. And this not even a fraction. Golden Age of the Moors, I think is about 400. The Forgotten Cause, I forgot how much that cost. We ain't even gonna talk about Tavistock because it's not even expensive now, but the information is expensive. And they're going to make this book way more expensive again, because what they're going to do, they're going to buy them all off the shelves. See, I know how it works. I know who be selling books. I know everything. I'm like, okay, watch. They gonna take them off the market. Once they review them again, they're gonna be a whole bunch of money, and you're gonna pay a whole bunch of money for something. It's just like when you go to the store and before Christmas, you say, oh, I'm buying Christmas shopping. And then you say, oh, I got it a good deal. But then after January 1st, everything that you paid hundreds of dollars for is $29.99 or $19.99. How do I know? Because I was a buyer and I was a manager in retail. This is what I know. There ain't no deals on Christmas. They just go to the regular price and then we put it on discount. The sales is after January 1st. How? Because this is the new year. Then we discount everything down. How I know? I know. If you don't know that, that's your fault. I'm telling you, we got to deal with professionals that have the qualifications, not because we like some retired Negro in a suit with the tag on, with the stitching still stitched in, with his pants cuffed. Real talk, y'all. No class. 3, criminalizing a race. This $3,000 on Amazon. And this the crazy part. I know people that got children. African American history finna come up. What your kid finna write for history? Some slavery stuff. But we Moors and we so weak and we divine ministers and we got people in our house, our children, our kids, and we ain't teaching them this shit. And we got the cojones that want to go teach the world. I wouldn't want to teach no goddamn body if my wife ain't down with it. Because how can I convince somebody else to be down with some science and my wife don't want to hear a damn thing I'm talking about? You got that? That's crazy as hell. That just like, come on now. That's defeating the purpose. If every time I speak, my wife don't give a damn, she go do her thing. She with her girls at the mall, spending money when I'm teaching, when I'm lecturing. Your wife ain't attentive. My wife is. My wife right there. And if she's somewhere doing it, she there. How I know? All you got to do is ask my people. And when my wife busy, she do what she do. But my wife is my backbone. Every good man have to have a good woman right next to him, not on the side of him. I mean, not on the back of him, not on the front, right next with him. Walking like George Jefferson with her head up, just like yours. And if she don't believe you and pump you up like you the best thing in the world and be attentive to what your needs is about the science, you ain't got no business trying to go out and teach some other man. You can't even convince the woman you laying with. That's why I've been telling me, I said, you can't convince me a goddamn thing. You let me see what your woman talk about. Let me see how your woman look when you talking. Is her eyes lit up, or is she got her head down, or does she got her eye rolling back of the head like, now, hey, this nigga again, he talking to somebody. Oh. Is you got one of them women? Because I don't. Because my everybody, wherever I go, my wife know I got a halo over my head. And it can be at any time, any moment that I'm going to have to say something to somebody. Just give some love. Not, breach what we doing, but just give some love. I'm gonna have to pray. I'm gonna have to give some wisdom, and how your spouse is gonna react to that. Then people be getting mad when I be talking. I say, don't get mad at me. Sacred Drift. Talk about our prophet in here, Peter Lambert Wilson, and that's his pen name or his pseudonym, his pen name. Even Peter Moon, which is his pen name, he wrote about our prophet. It's a book called Spandu Mysteries. It's a book called Transylvania Sunrise. I got them all. I lecture them all. If it's going, and I don't want to hear it's the Gregorian calendar and the new year don't start until this year. Man, I don't want to hear all that. You've been on this earth all this time doing whatever. Hey, if we go into let's just say another time around the globe. And if we got another time around the globe to get it right and support some instead of doing the same stupid stuff every year, then why don't we? And the last one is Tavistock Institution of Human Engineering by Vladimir Ivanov. And this ain't no ancient blacks. It's Russian icons. Ain't no such things as no ancient blacks. Black wasn't used to describe ethnicity in first century. Anybody that come around me talking that black stuff, man, you got to be an agent or a COINTELPRO. And when I say it, I don't mean like you work for the government or nothing. I'm just saying you an idiot. That's what I'm saying, because there's too much information. And I've been saying this for too long. My dad, damn near 80 years old, Stevie Wonder, is got blind. He can see what I'm saying. He wrote a damn song, Misrepresented People. And then here it is, you got these people that think they smart talking this black stupid stuff. Adjective. It was illegal to be black since the 1800s. The Dred Scott Law was never abolished. Do you know the 13th, the 14th, the 15th Amendment? Do you know what manumissions is? Nope. So you can't even have a conversation with me. Do you know what the Declaration of Human Rights, Article 15 is? No. You know what the House during Resolution 75 is? No. Do you know what the religious right of the indigenous people is? No. But you won't even say you learned all this shit here. Excuse my candor. And that's what I'm saying about us. Like I said, a lot of black people, they want to get something from their brother and then try to take them out. That's why when you will see me with nobody, and I only do things on my own, and I only do things where I'm like Cheers. And when I graduated, and me being on a college campus and tutoring students and all that, and lecturing at libraries with people that support, and they pay for me to come, they be like, man, this is nothing to us. Like, you coming with so much information. I stay in my lane. I done showed y'all all them books. You add that up. That's over probably $4,000. Oh, I know, because one book is damn near $3,000. So that's probably over $5,000, $6,000 worth of wisdom right there that Amazon sell for a high price, and it's nothing but paper. Now you tell me why you want to pay that much for some paper. I'll wait. If you say, oh, I like to write in books, it's the paper. That's just like you bought a house for $1 million and then somebody lost the house right next to you, and I know how to get it because they lost it in back taxes. And you bragging. No, I'm bragging because I got this beautiful stuff for a low price. I ain't bragging because I spent a whole bunch of money on something that ain't even worth that. It's the wisdom that you should want. I won't give a damn if it was written on rocks. Give me the wisdom that's written on rocks. Give me the wisdom that's written on papyri. That's what I be telling retired Negroes. No way. That's why I said no way I can be a father today. Why? Because everything that I know today, I'll be teaching my kid. I won't give a damn how my wife feel. I won't give a damn how nobody else feel, no grandparents, nothing. No, me and my wife, we raising our child how? If we Moors, our children Moors. Stop playing with me. Ain't no goddamn way I got no kids in the house. I wear a turban in the fez. My baby's Moors. My baby's Moors. They go to the feds with their turban on. They go to school with their feds on. Why? I got one on. Oh, so my kids don't know what's going on? Oh, so I'm the only one going to get saved, huh? So if the trumpet gets saved and they say, all Moors, you come with your turban and your feds, and you got to know your one-on-ones. Oh, so just save you and forget your wife and your children, huh? Man, y'all some clowns. Y'all some straight up clowns. That's why I be telling Moors. You can't tell me nothing and your wife don't rock with you and your kids don't rock with you. You can't tell me nothing. You know? They can't tell me nothing. They be mad, you know? They be upset. And I'll be like, why are you upset at me? I said, I be around people that be professing things and they be upset. I said, you can't be upset. You can't say you represent something and don't teach it to your children. It's just like lineage. In my household, like LeBron James. If something in my house, what am I doing? I'm instilling that in my children. So they're going to at least be athletic, but then they're going to have that extra oomph. Why? Because I'm their daddy. Why are you mad? Because they learned some extra and they're going to have a certain aptitude that other kids might not have, far as being young scholars at a young age, knowing how to write at a young age, knowing how to deal with finance, gross and net, micro, macro, knowing this at a young age, knowing health and wealth, don't want to eat no McDonald's and no none of that crap. None of all these cereals that they be posting on Facebook, just cartoons and different flavors with all that dye in it that ain't in other states. But us as parents, we give this shit to our children, and then we be on the internet talking all that health stuff. And if a person think I'm talking about them, that's guilty conscience. I just talk about what I see on the internet. I said, if I had a child, I wouldn't be feeding my kid no cereal and then saying I'm some health guru. I'm like, that's oxymoron. I'm a health guru and I'm juicing and all this, and I feed my kids some Lucky Charms. That don't even make sense. But people be mad at me. I said, so you gonna do all this and then be mad, and then what about your child? So you're not gonna steal everything in your child that you got right now early? Exactly, Malik. Exactly. And they be upset. So you're not gonna steal everything in your child that you know. Why? But you a Moor, huh? And you raising your child, and your kids don't know that they Moors? That's what me and my homie was talking about today. That's what him and his wife, we had a beautiful discussion. And people be thinking I'd be talking about them. I said, man, I've been doing this for a long time. I've been telling, like I tell my members, I said, I know y'all not the only people I know. Y'all not the only people I talk to. Everywhere I go, I have a turban and a fez on, so when misnomer black people see me, they ask me 15 million questions. Some people, when they be seeing me on the internet, they stop me. I'll be in the store, hey man, that's you. And I'll be like, what you mean? You. And I'll be like, what you mean? I mean, I'll look at myself, I say, yeah, you she good, man. I'm like, yeah. And he's like, man, what you think about the man Kevin Samuels? I said, I don't think about no man. I don't think nothing about him. I mean, what you want to ask me? And people ask me certain situations, and then I just talk about them freestyle. And a lot of stuff that I talk about with other people, that's other people's lies. It's nothing new under the sun that we go through, people. We all go through some of the same stuff. That's why sometimes when people go to church and the pastor be talking and they be like, man, was the pastor talking about me? The pastor wasn't with you yesterday. He wasn't with you the day before. This might be your first time coming in here. And he just talking. He's talking about you. Why? Because he's talking about a lot of people. That's what I be telling people. What are you mad for? That's the thing. If correct it, because if I profess something, I want my kids to be the same. That's the inheritance. That's the lineage. That's what we're supposed to pass down to our children. What? That wisdom and that understanding, for they can help themselves. It's not enough money our parents can pass down to us. It's not enough money that our parents can pass down to us. What our parents should be passing down to us and what we should be passing down to our children is wisdom, understanding, know how to deal with finances, know how to deal with people, know how to deal with their emotions, know how to deal with how to navigate on this earth plane, know language, know how to be under a certain temperance, all that stuff. That's what we should be teaching our kids. Not throwing no Xbox or no game in front of them. Let somebody else diagnose our kids because we don't spend that quality time with them. I'm telling you, man, I do this in real life. I'm a counselor in real life. So I want to talk about a couple of things that I'm able to talk about on college campus. I don't talk about this type of stuff too much on the internet because people will hear one thing and take it out of context and get themselves in trouble. And I'll be like, that ain't what I said. Because because so many people be doing things, they be getting in trouble and they be upset. And the first thing you see is anger. Oh, hold on. You see emotions. That's the first toothpick in a lot of lower self men. You will see emotions, anger, and they say, well, why is it? And the first thing you be like, man, why are you upset? Can't tell you. They take all the anger and the frustration out on people that's saying, hey, we're going to correct ourselves. That's just like if you go into Alcohol Anonymous and you act like you don't got a problem. But what you're here for, the first thing of getting healing is you got to admit that it's some things that you need to clean up. And that's why I be telling people, well, I'm their dad, I'm the mom. Well, being a parent don't come with the damn manual. That's why in the scriptures and what we talk about, it take a village to raise a child. If I'm not educated, if I don't have the aptitude and I'm connected to some brothers and sisters, I'm connecting my children to that early. This is what we have to understand. We let other people diagnose our kids, then give them medicine. I keep telling them that. Just like if your kid was ADHD or autistic, the first thing you're going to do, you're going to let them just give your kid Ritalin? No, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to say, let's look at the diet. And I'm going to tell you, I'm going to know why they messed up and what's add on to a lot of the imbalance, what you feeding them. You cannot feed a kid that's autistic or ADHD. You can't feed them GMO. You can't feed them processed. You can't feed them cornstarch. You cannot feed them none of that stuff. You can't feed them fast food. You got to be willing to make them a diet's valid meal. If you're not, then you add on. And what a lot of parents do, they lazy what they do. Fast food, fast food, fast food, fast food. Meat, pork. You see the young kid, they bigger than a mug. You see the young girls, they breasts is big already. Don't even supposed to be like that. Some of the kids too, drinking all that milk and pus. They so big. And then people be upset. It's the truth. Y'all watch Soul Food? Every misnomer black person on here saw the movie Soul Food. Do y'all know the meaning of soul food? Did y'all see the inner layer science of soul food? Y'all saw how Big Mama died? What did Big Mama have? High blood pressure, diabetes, sugar, all that. Where'd she get all that from? The food that they eating and drinking. And then after Big Mama died, what we do? We celebrate with what? All the poison. All the poison. So all the kids gonna have the same thing Big Mama had. Why? Because that's what we're gonna continue to eat. Look at the psychosis of that. Look at the psychosis of that. And then, well, we gonna die anyway. What a way to think about life. What a way to think. We gonna die anyway. Man, I don't want to be around nobody like that. So let's talk about some political science. So the first part I want to just drop a name on y'all to show you it's nothing new under the sun. The stuff that I talk about is old history. I had the pleasure to lecture this stuff on college campuses. So the first name I'm going to drop, if anybody ever heard of Thomas Paine, I share this with all my muftis. When I drop stuff in our text stream and I say, look at that, I be doing it for a reason. If I'm your teacher, right? And most of our, like right now, if I was teaching a class and you taking my online class, and yeah, you might come to campus, but you got a laptop and a computer in class, and I say you got to respond, and the stuff that I say, you'll study on it, and I'm gonna give you everything to study on. Then I'm gonna have a test, and if I text all of us, and we in a text stream, and none of the students research none of the stuff that the teacher say, look at this, and when he talk about it, the student be like, oh man, I never heard of that, and the students that's aptitude is there, that's into it, be like, yes, it is. Why? Because he gave it to us, he sent it to us. We don't even take a look at the stuff. And that's what I'll be telling us, our aptitude. Well, we ain't working 24 hours of the day. What? So you going to work, trading hour for dollar. Well, then you going to get some more money, or are you going home sitting on your rusty dusty? Are you studying with your kids? You take them to the gym? What are we doing together? Do you and your wife study? Do y'all pray together? Do you and your wife work out? What do we do? We just osmosisly, boom, we go. Hey man, I'm finna do this. We go. Ask my wife. I love everybody, but my life is set. I'm sorry. If you finna do this and it's time for me to work out, I'm working out first. If I don't want to go, I'm not going. I don't give a damn. I don't have to spend my money with people that don't support what I'm doing. Why? Why should I? I spend my money with my wife and my wife mama and my mom and my dad and my members. Why should I care about anything else? Why should I? Because I don't. You know? But Thomas Paine, The Rights of Man, and he wrote a dedication to George Washington. I'm not going to read it because that ain't what I want to break down today. I'm just giving y'all the name for my member, for y'all can research. He wrote another one called These Are the Times, The American Crisis, 1776. Hold on one second, y'all. One second. It's getting hot up in this joker. So, this last little bit I want to give y'all, and I'm out of here. When I be talking about the Bar Association and all that stuff, when I be telling people about we don't use things to try to be criminals and try to get out of trouble. No, we know things. Lawyers and attorneys are not licensed to practice law. All lawyers and judges have memberships under the American Bar Association, which is a conflict of interest when it comes to being qualified in law. Listen to the language. If a judge or lawyer ever says to you that you have to be licensed and go to law school and pass the bar to be able to practice law, you just tell them that the Supreme Court ruled that the practice of law cannot be licensed by any state. Fact check me. Case Swear versus the Board of Examiners. Research it. Or you can say that the practice of law is an occupation of common right. Another precedent in law case is Sims versus Anhern. You know? And so I'm just giving facts. I'm not telling you what to do. If you're competent to defend yourself in a court of law, I tell you to do that. I tell you that if you're competent, you know, but you should have what we call your legal rep or your legal services that's there to represent you in your best interest. And if you do choose to go get an attorney, you will have that person that can give you precedent in law cases, doc number, Free Information Act, that'll know about the quid pro quo, to know about all the Chicago Law Review, that can look up all the precedent in law cases like myself or other people that have that skill, because an attorney might not do it. Your lawyer might not do it. But if you got that person that got your best interest that can go look up those cases that have information, then boom, ask your attorney this, boom, 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 they can't lie to you. Because then if I give them some information that can help your case, then we know it. I know certain law terms and certain law that we can bring up and charge your attorney for false representation. These is facts, man. The bar is an offshoot of the London Lawyers Guild. It was established by people with that monopoly goal in mind. It was incorporated in 1909, you know? So if you pass, so lawyers they passed an unconstitutional law that only members of the powerful union of lawyers called the ABA could practice law and hold all the keys of positions in law enforcement and making the laws. And at the time, Illinois became an outlaw state, and for all practical purposes, you know, the Bar Association then sent organizers to all these areas. California joined in 1927. Then states joined later around the 30s, you know, and that's when an act became de facto, you know, and the citizens became captive. Under this system, the lawyers could guarantee prejudice decisions for the privileged class against the lower class. Well, my homie said, Sheik, you 100% right. I got to stop doing a lot of stuff with feed my kids hot dogs and processed meats. Because I got my other system. And I'm glad people be telling the truth. He was like, man, and people be acting like they don't. And he was like, I be eating healthy. I don't eat that, but we feed our children that. A lot of people do, brother. I'm glad you being honest. And I'm saying, instead of getting mad, people, adults, this is the thing, how we can't heal. Because when we know it's an issue, it's like, I know somebody with a big ass boil on their ear. And then they be staring at people when they be looking at them. You the one got that big ass boil on your ear. Excuse my candor. You could have been cut that off when it was little. No disrespect to no one, but just understand what I'm saying. The audacity of people. This is what I'm saying. When things go wrong and they say, well, what did you do to add to the things go wrong? I ain't do nothing. Well, let's see. You see what I'm saying? Because you weren't born diabetic. You weren't born high blood pressure and left it with, those are foodborne diseases. You know, that's why I tell people you don't put your trust in man. When I talk about certain things, citizens who are children of God, you know, the Bible says don't put your faith or trust in man. But then I voted, I did that. And I said, okay, have you voted local, state? And I don't care if you voted Democrat or Republican. Have that changed your life? When people be putting so much emphasis on things that mean nothing. Or you a Democrat or Republican, well, I can't deal with you. Well, we gonna have conversations because we wrong. We vote because you're conquered and divided by two gangs, the Democrat and the Republicans. And they all work for the same corporation, which is the top 10, called the international bankers, i.e. the Federal Reserve. See, these is facts. It ain't no black and white thing. That's what I be telling people. The creator created us. The misnomer white man, the black man, the Chinese man, all that. Ain't nobody else created. The creator created us. One creator. I don't believe in no two creators. You missed me with that retarded stuff. The only sovereign powers that America has is war, because she owes every nation that you hear, every nation that you see her up against, you know? And that's what a lot of people, that's what a lot of us have become. You know, operating on totally things they don't know. Remember when James Madison spoke of who was the money chargers? See, this is history. This is political science. The Bible tells us that 2,000 years ago that Yahshua drove the money chargers from the temple in Jerusalem. He did that twice. And that's why I be laughing at these preachers. Only reason why people like mega preachers is because the glitzy and the glitter. Ooh, I went to the mega church. They had a choir. They had a praise dance. Ooh, the pastor, he had on a 3-piece suit. Ooh, he walked across the pews. But he just storing that up. Y'all don't have nothing. The community don't have nothing. It ain't no businesses in the community. Everybody in that church poor as hell. They were the only time that Yahshua used physical violence. What were money chargers doing in the temple? When Jews came to Jerusalem to pay their temple tax, they could only pay it with a special coin, the half shekel of the sanctuary. This was a half ounce of pure silver, about the size of a quarter. It was the only coin around at that time, which was pure silver and of assured weight, without the image of a pagan emperor. Therefore, to Jews, the half shekel was the coin acceptable to God. It's in your biblical scripture. Then you get people, oh, well, we don't got to offer this. Man, we ain't talking about you. It's always the ones that got those alligator arms. When you're dealing with Melchizedek, that's part of our life. We don't have no problem with doing that. You say you're a Jew, well, that's part of your life. You're not Jewish. That's why I be laughing at people. You don't have no customs that's Jewish. Give me a custom my way. You are more. We still Jewish. We from the tribe of Judah, lineage of David by blood. So give me your customs. Give me your customs. When your priest talking to you, what? You gonna get mad? Oh, so when your counselor talking to you, you gonna get mad? That's why misnomer black people don't get healed. That's why they don't get healed. Because the first thing they do is what? Get mad. I'm finna you get the snapping and cussing, man. Go sit down somewhere with your retarded self. That's what I'll be telling us. And then that's why you have adults that have some of the same problems as children have. And that's why I'll be like, man, I'll be feeling so sorry for a lot of these people, children. Why? Because the parents won't heal. So what you think gonna happen to the children? Man, if you feed your kid poison, and what you think gonna happen to your kid? What you think? Right now, your kid, you got a young kid, and you feed your kid hot dogs and GMO, Kool-Aid, juicy juice, all those things that's poison, cereal with the dye red and that stuff, all that stuff in it. What you think? How you think your kid gonna be operating when they get about like 16? Especially if they already got a little tittle of hyperness in them. What do you think? How you think they're gonna be operating when they get about 12? I already know because I deal with them right now. That's why I be telling people, you cannot get mad at me. I ain't saying people are not good people. That ain't what I'm saying. But being a parent does not come with a manual. Especially when we're dealing with kids that have extra issues. That means I need all the damn help I can get. And I'm gonna be proud that I got the help. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm not gonna feel embarrassed for help. That's crazy. That's like a lot of kids be failing. And they say, how you gonna fail and you know Mr. Goodman Bay? You can't be afraid of that. You got to have enough pride to say, I need some help. Come on, man. This is what I be saying. Like for real. It was coins around the time which was pure silver, a sure weight, without the image of a pagan emperor. Therefore, to the Jews, the half shekel was the coin acceptable to God. But those coins were not plentiful. The money changers had cornered the market on them. Then they raised the price of them, just like any other monopolized commodity, to whatever market would bear. In other words, the money changers were making exorbitant profits because they held a virtual monopoly on the money, just like on the books. Just like I told y'all, you got to go to Amazon or Google and all those platforms and look how much they sell those books for. And y'all know me. Jeff Bezos started off just like me. That's why I'm telling y'all, my people should be my PDF books, binded by books, emailing me like, Sheik, I need this. I ain't see it on your company page. I need this. If you are more, you don't have a Fez, a turban, a Shemag, man, I'm supposed to be going on my site and be like, oh, people is getting what they supposed to. And you get free gifts. Why? Because I'm the source. We got to promote our own brother. The Jews had to pay whatever they had to demand. To Jesus, injustice violated the sanctuary of God's house. The money changers in the Roman Empire, but the money changer scam did not originate in Yahshua's day. 200 years before Christ, Rome was having trouble with money changers. 2 early Roman emperors had tried to diminish the power of the money changers by reforming usury laws and limiting land ownership to 500 acres. They both were assassinated. In 48 BC, Caesar took back the power to coin money from the money changers and minted coins from the benefit of all. With this new plentiful supply of money, he built great public works projects by making money plentiful. Caesar won the love of common man, but watch this, y'all. But the money changers hated him. Some believe this was an important factor in Caesar's assassination. But we know Mansa Musa. That's why I said we have the things that plentiful the world, and then we let others talk about our story after they conquered, after they took you over. That's why I say in law, there's a lot of stuff in Latin, and when you see the maps with Mansa Musa on it, those are a lot of Latin maps. Those people, those cartographers was cartographing what they saw. That's why I said we not no poor people. We don't even supposed to be dealing with no welfare. We're supposed to be doing like the misnomer Mexicans, what? Coming together, standing in our community, not going out nowhere else, getting no mortgage, no buying a plot in our neighborhood and using all our skills. And we take over a community. That's the Great Migration. That's the Great Migration. We scatter. Oh man, I don't want to move on there with your job. Yeah, man, go on with that. So now when you seeing today and all this fake alien stuff, which I tell people, we don't talk this, it ain't nothing but HAARP. It's a high frequency active oral research program. Projection, and that's all it is. And I'm gonna give you, it might be disturbing. All this stuff happened on Jekyll Island. I'm gonna break some stuff down for you. I lectured this on the college campus. It was packed. Packed. All my books that I gathered and compiled, autographs, and I'm like, I write the information for my people for we can have, so you don't have to go all in debt. The Burning Bush Tabernacle Science Temple of School is the only place that's going to teach you science and history from an unbiased place. You're not going to get it nowhere else. You're going to deal with these people that be lying, saying they graduated from Harvard or they got some master's degree in Christian this and business and a master in business, him and the singer Tank. And ain't nothing but some diploma mill, not even a real university. Why would you do that? Now, why would you go on the internet and do all that and make fake videos and then want people's sympathy? Do you understand the psychosis of that? That's just like me. I go on Amazon and buy a graduation cap and then get on there and with a green screen and say, yeah, I got my dual master's degree from Grand Canyon University. Okay, well, if you got your dual master's degree, well, then it's certain stuff that you should know. You're a scholar, so it's certain peer-reviewed scholarly research that I talk about. And if you say you got a degree in religious studies or in business, clearly you should agree with everything that I'm saying because I'm a teacher. If not, you're a fraud. You're a fraud. Point blank. And you know it and I know it. And that's why everybody get caught up because they criminals too. So when you're a criminal, you only can get caught up by what? Another criminal. How? Because your whole mentality is criminal. It's just like you got a good coach that's going to get you in shape. And he say, before we even touch the ball, we're going to get in shape first. And you show up to practice and conditioning out of shape. And you talking behind my back, oh, coach, he hard. Everybody like, man, forget you, sucker. Coach, get us in shape. This conditioning. All my players coming to me like, man, such and such a sucker. He complained and talk about, oh, don't we hate coach? Hell no, we don't hate coach. Coach done helped us become young men, showed us that God love us, showed us to be self-sufficient, showed us how to have gratitude. We going to college. Forget you, sucker. You can't be like us. Just like on Sesame Street. One of these kids is doing his own thing. Go let him. Go let the one kid do his own thing. Be okay with that one. We got too many others to be dealing with. That's why I be telling people. You too nice. Especially when we dealing with adults. You too nice. What I'm going to give you, it might disturb your conscience. When I talk about high-powered technology instruments, all holograms. Just like in China, they had a whole big hologram explosion thing. Research it. You think it's going to cause catastrophe, even interrupt with the mind of humans? It's true. The instrument is what it's called HAARP. It's located in Gonka, Gakuna. It's in Alaska. It contains 180 antennas with radio waves strong enough to cause earthquakes. These antennas are controlled by the U.S. military. These is facts. This all free information. That's why I be laughing at people. I'm like, you're not no scholar. You getting people in spookism. All this stuff is government stuff. Just like all the laws, the SF 181 form, that's military stuff. That's how I be telling people. I'm like, come on, man. You just mad because you're not initiated. And when you know the truth, you don't deal with none of that. You don't go in no contract with nobody. You don't deal with third party. You are your boss. I ain't saying you don't do things in the world, but you understand what you're doing because you know the law. You obey and you operate in the parameters of the law. How? Because you know how to operate. You know how to operate in the parameters of the law. Understand what I just said. You got to understand that you are a business, you know? I don't know what he means, Jesus. What he say? Man, no disrespect, but I'm just lecturing right now. I don't know what he means. Jesus is justice and Mar OB. Can you explain? I don't know what he talking about, but you can explain, brother. What you saying? You know what I mean? but I'm just trying to stay in context. I don't know what you mean when you're saying Jesus is justice. Yeah. Okay. We understand what you're saying, brother. We with you. We with you. But this instrument is what they call HARP. Okay. It's controlled by the U.S. military. HARP is 3.5 million watts, affecting specific concentrating areas of space. HARP can influence weather anywhere on Earth. The HARP project, it directs a 3.6 megawatt signal in a 2.8 by 10 megahertz region of the like a high frequency band into the ionosphere. The signal may be pulsed or continuous. Then effects of transmission and any recovery period can be examined using associated instrumentation, including VHF and UHF radars, HF receivers, and optical cameras. And according to the HARP team, this will advance the study of basic natural processes that occur in the ionosphere under the natural but much stronger influence of the solar interaction, and how the natural ionosphere affects radio signals. You know, if HARP can create earthquakes and tsunamis, then if America is going to invest in the technology, it must benefit them in some way. But how? Just like I said when I lectured the secret meeting on Jekyll Island. Well, if I want to excuse to get into another country, then I must be able to come up with a tactic. Think about it. That will give me a way to help those in a catastrophe that she caused. Remember? Think about this now. HARP induced magnetometer, a device used to measure the geomagnetic activity induced by the Alaskan HARP weapon, which has proven to produce earthquakes, began powering up on January 10th, about 4 p.m. UTC, lasting on full blast until January 12th at around 3 p.m. UTC, when it powered down again. The Haiti earthquake happened 5 to 6 hours later. What a coincidence. Did the United States find out that there were some valuable resources in Haiti? Is that why they caused the earthquake, to make an excuse to act like they were going over to help the people? But in actuality, it was an agenda played to conquer land and resources. What about Katrina's situation? They blew up the levee, and now they're saying from what the research, what they saying. If you can believe what you want to believe, but don't believe what somebody tell you. Research what everything somebody tell you, and then have a dialogue. But they blew up a levee using energy from HARP to pinpoint a certain part of the city that they wanted to depopulate. This shows that the man is getting away with over their head, trying to do what God does. But in the attempt to do so, God laughs. This is how far a nation that says they are under God will go to obtain the things that will one day be of no use. As the people of God, we need to start asking questions and analyzing the things which we think is right, and try to find other person's agenda for what and why they are doing what they are doing. My noble, you ask Joseph Adams what he mean. Jesus, you ask him what he mean. He was like, white people can't stay in context. I don't know, maybe he was just asking a question, brother. But we want to keep everything peaceful with people. We don't want to, I don't know. Former U.S. Secretary of Defense William Cohen was actually warning us in 1997 that the United States government had developed and is now actively using a weapon that is capable of causing mass destruction by triggering earthquakes, weather modification, including heavy rainfall that causes floods, or rainfall which causes droughts, volcano eruptions, and other things. Cohen was warning us about the existence of HARP. HARP was developed by Bill Clinton, Al Gore administration as a United States weapon of mass destruction. HARP was built by Bill Clinton, Al Gore, to beam electromagnetic waves into the Earth ionosphere to trigger geophysical events such as earthquakes, climate modifications change, volcanic eruptions, and other things. Congressional hearings, recordings during the Clinton administration, and HARP. Oh, peace, Noble Alonzo, and peace, Noble Malik. I don't think I said peace to y'all, but peace again. Patents disclosed the HARP beaming heats in the ionosphere. As we all know, he causes things to do what? Expand, you know? Yeah, pretty much. As well as all know heat causes things to expand. We all know that heat rises. As HAARP heats one part of the iosphere expands and gets pushed higher. This HAARP iosphere heating can cause a controlled diverting or altering of the natural path of jet streams. What does manipulating the jet streams have to do with manipulating the weather, you may ask? The jet streams is literally a fast flowing at jet speed stream of water vapor. The jet stream transport atmospheric rivers of water vapor around the world. A lot of times when you wake up in the morning, you see the dew of the earth and the dew beyond the plants and things, you know? Indeed, Noble. These jet stream vapors carry an amount of water vapor roughly equivalent to the average flow of water at the mouth of the Mississippi River. And when these atmospheric rivers make landfall, they often release this water vapor in the form of what? Rain or snow. By manipulating the jet stream, pushing or pulling it off course, HAARP can what? Modify the weather. HAARP can alter the past and existing high pressure weather system, clear skies, or low pressure weather systems, storm clouds, anywhere on Earth just by heating the iosphere over the target region. HAARP can also create a column-shaped hole with a diameter of 30 miles that rises a couple of 100 kilometers through the atmosphere. The lower atmosphere then moves up the column to fill in the space, and it changes pressure system below. I did this lecture on college campus. It was packed. You can see a professor and everybody looking at each other. I said, y'all know this public information. I said, I study where y'all study at. Where? The Library of Congress, the Royal Archives, and I'm part of the Philosophical Research Society. No lower level Freemason is gonna have no science that I don't have. If you're a lower level Freemason, I don't care if you're a Prince Hall, I don't care if you're a Scottish Rite, I don't care if you're a spirit builder, you're not gonna have no information and because you took, you're not gonna tell the truth. No disrespect to no one. It's just what it is. It's just what it is, and you can't be mad. That's why when people jump on my page and they just talk, and I say, would you do that at a lecture? Would you go to college and lecturing? Would a person just be rambling a person a whole bunch of questions while they lecturing? No, a lot of people never been to lecturers. Because if you ever go to a lecture on college campus and a person just asking a lot of questions, a lot of the students gonna ask you to get the hell out of there. They're gonna be like, man, this brother's speaking on a specific topic. Why are you out of context of what this man is talking about? But when this stuff happens, man, they can put holes in it. And April and May 2000 issue of Scientific American contains an article on the effects of altering the course of the jet streams. And this slight change to the jet streams path occurred right above the HAARP facility. That little movement created a storm front 4,000 miles away in East Texas and Louisiana to move into Central Florida, where it triggered a couple of tornadoes. The article gives evidence that weather modifications is certainly possible with only a slight change to the jet streams. In 1998, Bernard Eastlund, Eastlund, completed a paper on how to knock out tornadoes using a space-based solar collecting microwave generator, which he called the Thunderstorm Solar Power Satellite. Research what I'm saying. The microwave would heat the rainy downdraft inside the storm, disturbing the convective forces needed to concentrate the tornado's power, and so effectively stop it from forming. You see, the paper was presented in Italy, and it was so widely accepted that NASA and FEMA contracted Bernard Eastlund to do further research on weather modifications using satellite-based technology. See, when they know you got a certain type of aptitude, they'll try to get you and shut you down and have you work for them. Like when my mom come on this Saturday, no, it's in Sunday school, I think I had my mama share that story, how when she did the illustration for one of her friends, she wrote this history book for misnomer black kids, and it was popular, had a lot of science in it, and his publishing company told her, oh yeah, we want to buy the publishing to your book, we're going to put it on all the shelves and all this. And my mama was trying to tell her, no, don't buy it. They bought the publishing and the right for her books for about $10,000 was some change. My mom was like, we'll give you the money. But you know how Negroes are. They want something real fast. They want that microwave stuff. Sold the rights to it, made the book obsolete. You can't get it no more. And my mama can't find her original one. You can't get the book no more. That's what they'll do. They'll buy you out and take your stuff off the shelf, for nobody will wear it again. That's why you see all this little tight stuff. That's why you don't see none of the urban brands you used to see in the back in the day. Everybody want the tight Robin jeans. They bought us out and put all your stuff in the little cheap stores. And that's what they tried to do with one of my books, I Gathered, Compiled, and Divinely Prepared. I gathered and compiled and divinely prepared a science book about masonry and the craft, showing the lower level Freemasons, because my professor was a Scottish Rite potentate out here in Arizona, and they wanted to buy the rights of my book for $10,000. I don't need that. But a lot of people will sell out. I ain't sold out. And that's why I be telling people, you need to get the wisdom. And that's what happened with a lot of our brothers and sisters that have the information. What? They'll go take a check. Why? Because they say it ain't popular to my people. I ain't finna do this. I'll go teach your kids. I'll go teach the ones that want to know. I'll minister to other ones. Why? Because it's valuable to them. They understand the tax bracket that they in when they support their religious and charitable contribution of their choice. Misnomer black people don't. They just don't. And I hate to say it. So, when you talk about one of the secret meetings on Jekyll Island, we talked about this book. I lectured the whole book. This stuff is just popular to people now because a lot of people just post covers of books. Most people don't even read the books. It's a little Chinese phrase called what? Sudoku or Sudoku, and where people just be collecting books with no intention of reading it. Oh, I got this, I got this. That's what you see with all these conscious people, these Negroes just collecting books. But the books ain't done nothing for you. Why? Because you're still poor. You don't even have business. People be mad and upset. I said, when you get wisdom and understanding, that shouldn't make you mad or upset. That should make you an elite. That should make you top of your class. That should make you think differently than everybody and understand that you have the power to do everything. Can't nobody stop you. Can't nobody stop somebody that know who they are. They can't. Why? Because you can shut everything down. Because everything else is spookism. What? Everything. When a person trying to tell you who they are, or we ain't this way, to forget them, you wasting your time. If they want to be a Negro or something that ain't even real, let them be it. But on the Gregorian Resort Hideaway of Jekyll Island, there once met a coalition. What my noble said, he said, damn, man. And we were just talking, what you say? I'm going to break it all the way down. So you don't have to just, and he said the brother was talking about buy his book. That's what they all do. I'm lecturing it. I got books of science for history, and then I give my books away for small dollars. You can't get none of my books is on Amazon because I don't have to write Amazon in my contract. I got my own website, morrishaberdasher.com, mypdfbooks.com, books with the Z, bindedbooks.com. Why would I want to put my books on Amazon? Why? And I got my own website. Why? That don't even make sense. To cut them in my contract, to cut my money down, and that extra money I can use to what? To do the ministry that I do, to give stuff away, to help people, to give young kids fezzes and turbans, to help people out that really need the help, to send people books for free because it costs for me to ship stuff, all that stuff. And for the people that understand my ministry, they donate and I give them a tax-exempt receipt because they understand and they know. The bankers wanted to establish a new central bank under the direct control of the New Yorkers' financial elite. Such a plan would give Wall Street bankers near total control. And what will happen on Wall Street, number one, start off with slavery. Just like all the banks, how they made money, the collateral was you. I sent this to all my members. Y'all got to know this. I ask any one of y'all right now, I don't care how much money you got at bank. Say you've been banking whatever bank for whatever long. I bet you can't go to the bank right now and get a business loan. I bet you can't. when people say, oh man, you should all have all your money in the bank and a checking and saving, which is good to cash checks and save some money here and there. But I bet none one person on here can go to the bank and get no business loan right now today. I don't care if you got no EIN and all that. What people be talking about, they lying. You're not going to no financial institution getting no business loan. I bet you're not. Hell, I bet you on here, you can't even go and get a personal loan on here. Let alone talking about some $1 million and getting some credit from some banks. When you get credit, you got to pay it back. Ain't no credit free. That's the thing. Oh, people be showing y'all how to commit fraud. No credit is free. But such a plan would give Wall Street bankers near total control over the financial system and allow them to manipulate it for their personal gain. In October of 1907, several banking firms, starting with the Knickerbocker. Oh, and wait till I show you all this Knickerbocker lecture I did on a college campus. I tell everybody to follow the money. That's what John Coleman was talking about in Tavistock Institution. I keep telling y'all, that's what Peter Moon was talking about in Spondu Mysteries. A lot of stuff y'all don't even know what happened in the government. And I'm transparent. I'm part of the Philosophical Research Society. It's a lot of stuff that a lot of Freemasons, your dad or your uncle that might be a Prince Hall, Snowman, Mason, 32 and 33 degrees. I bet you he won't get on here and have a conversation with me. I bet you he won't, because he don't already look me up and he know I'm 99 degrees and he know that he really don't know nothing. No disrespect to nobody, because if it was so powerful, why you not teaching the world? But the Knickerbocker Trust Company of New York collapsed as depositors withdrew funds for fear of unwise investments and misuse of money. The banks use your money to make investments. Lines of people waiting in front of the Knickerbocker to close their accounts. Days later, the Trust Company of America had droves of depositors removing their money. Then shortly thereafter, a run took place in the Lincoln Trust Company. I asked everybody that was all promoting that what was that minority and what the banks was doing, this minority to get a home. How many of y'all got that so-called minority loan to get a home? How many people that you know when everybody was on here just running their mouth? Nobody. And if you get anything under a contract with minority, you got to be a fool. You got to be a fool. Then shortly thereafter, a run took place at the Lincoln Trust Company across the country. Apprehension that the panic would continue to spread occurred. In the fall of 1907, the United States was in a recession. Its bank systems lacked a lender of last resort mechanisms, and an entrenched network and dictatorship loans and collateral bonded the fate of many financial institutions together. You tell me what's the real purpose putting your money in your bank? Hell, you put, say, $20 in the bank, you can't even take 5 or 10 out. You can't even get $1. Ain't that a bleepity bleep? So you telling me you put $100 in the bank and you say, man, I just need $10. You can't even get $10 out. You got to get 20. So I got to go inside the bank and withdraw $10. I don't want to go in. And then you get penalized on your money. They tax you to have your money. Think about what I'm saying, the psychosis of this. They tax you they're just holding your money. They holding your money. Everybody that got a bank account for years, you should have a house, a car, all that. Why? You got your money in their bank. Exactly. Several banking lenders, including Jekyll Island Club members, George F. Baker, president of the First National Bank, and James Stillman, president of National City Bank, with financer J. Piermont Morgan, and began examining the assets of troubled institutions. A decision was made to offer loans to any of the banks that were solvent. The Secretary of Treasury, George B. Courtlevieux, was eager to divert the situation and offered the New York bankers use of government funds to help prevent an economic disaster. People be thinking they paper money something. It's nothing. President Theodore Roosevelt, while the panic of 1907 transpired, was on a hunting trip in Louisiana. Remember? Ron Chernow, in his book, The Death of the Banker. I told y'all, people be like, ooh, you should, man, how you know all this? Man, because they all wrote in their chattel. I'm referencing everything. I'm giving you names. I'm giving you the scholarship. Ron Chernow, Ronchernow, in his book, The Death of the Banker. What'd he say? Hold on, I'm sorry, y'all. I gotta, because somebody just ordered a book, and so I'm live. So he was like, man, I want all those books that you just showed. So 1 second, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm just texting him back. I got to. Business got to get handled. Sorry about that. And when I'm talking and y'all be like, who is he talking to? I have my other social media set up with a lot of the GCU students. And that's why I be saying all these students put their money together to get the books. And I be like, shh. And they like, why don't the people just put their money together? I said, God, you would think. That's why I be telling people there's nothing new under the sun. We just not into the information like a lot of us is, or the ones that know how to operate. And in these books and in this and all the stuff being there, you know, The Death of the Banker. Yep, absolutely. It's this book right here. I told you all these books I have PDF, and then I printed them and bind them. But all these books, I have the original books of all these. I have the original books of every one, and I have the pleasure to lecture them. That's why I'll be telling us we so far behind. We so far behind, and so emotional. That be the problem with a lot of us. I'm like, you can't be that emotional. Deal with the facts, you know. So let's finish. Okay, and they're most likely to afford it. Okay, let me go back. All over the country, there was a deep feeling of fear, a suspicion with regard to Wall Street's power and ambitions. Obtaining permission from J. Pierre Morgan to use the facilities of Jekyll Island Club. The conference attendees most likely resided in the clubhouse for about 10 days. The meeting required long days and nights of contemplation and reflection. European banking practices were assessed, and numerous conversations held regarding the best way to create a nonpartisan banking reform bill. Paul Warburg, I hope y'all know who that is, in the book Henry P. Davison, The Recorder of a Useful Life, recalls, and I quote eloquently with a silver tongue, after we had completed the sketch of the bill and before setting down to its definitive formulation, it was decided that we had earned a day of which was to be devoted to duck shooting. The Jekyll Island Club was originally formed in 1886 as a honey preserve. In the 1910s, was well stocked with animals such as pheasants and wild hogs. Several ponds on the island attracted numerous game birds and wild ducks. William Barton McCash and June Hall McCash in the book The Jekyll Island Club. I have all those. I hope y'all listening. I hope all my brothers and sisters that is listening, for you can get rid of spookism and start asking some questions and come to class and learn, because that's the only way. Southern Haven for America's Millionaires offers the narrative of Jekyll Island Conference. They mention how long the superstitious meeting lasted, but it's a lot that went on. I don't want to talk too much, it's to go off topic, but I just want to kind of speed up because I got some things I got to do. But the conference solution to America's banking problem called for the creation of a central bank. Although Congress did not pass the reform bill submitted by Senator Aldrich, it did approve a similar proposal in 1913 called the Federal Reserve Act. The Federal Reserve System of today mirrors its essence, the plan developed on Jekyll Island in 1910. The commission was to study the banking problem and make recommendations to Congress. Of course, the commission was packed with Morgan's friends and cronies. The chairman was a man named Senator Nelson Aldrich from Rhode Island. Aldrich represented the Newport, Rhode Island homes of America's richest banking families and was an investment associate of J.P. Morgan, with extensive banks holdings. His daughter married John D. Rockefeller. I hope y'all know this, Jr. And together they had 5 sons. John Nelson, who would become the vice president in 1974, Lawrence, Winthrop, and David, the head of the Council of Foreign Relations, and former chairman of Chase Manhattan Bank. As soon as the National Monetary Commission was set up, Senator Aldrich immediately embarked on a 2-year tour of Europe, where he consulted at length with the private central bankers in England, France, Germany. The total cost of his trip to taxpayers was $300,000. Back then, that was a huge sum in those times. Shortly after his return on the evening of November 12th, 1910, November 22nd, 7 of the wealthiest and most powerful men in America boarded Senator Aldrich's private rail car, and in the strictest secrecy, journeyed to Jekyll Island off the coast of Georgia. With Aldrich, 3 Morgan representative was Paul Warburg. Warburg had been given a $500,000 per year salary to lobby for a passage of a privately owned central bank in America by investment firm Kuhn, Kuhn, Loeb and Company, Loeb and Company. Warburg's partner in his firm was a man named Jacob Schiff, Schiff. Sound familiar? The grandson of the man who shared the Green Shield House with the Rothschilds family in Frankfurt. Schiff, as well, later we'll find out, was in the process of spending $20 million to finance the overthrow of the Tsar of Russia. These 3 European banking families, the Rothschilds, the Warburgs, and the Schiffs, were interconnected by marriage down through the years, just as were their American banking counterparts, the Morgans, the Rockefellers, and the Aldriches. So y'all got to know this, man. As John D. Rockefeller put it, competition is a sin. Actually, moralists agree. It's all a monopoly. I don't want to stay too far in because it's so much. I want you to come to class. I'll share a little bit more. It's just so much that it'll take me too long to be on it, you know? I'll give you a little bit about, no, I don't want to talk about that because a lot of people will take that out of context. I'm not even going to do that. I only do that privately because a lot of people take that out of context and they get it and they get themselves in trouble. And that's what happened to a lot of people. They get themselves in trouble and we don't practice what we preach, you know? It's just what it is. And you can't be mad. It's just so much, man. Let me see. I got a little bit more time. Man. But in the first 10 years of the century, the U.S. banks had more than doubled to over 20,000. By 1913, only 29% of all banks were national banks, and they held only 57% of all deposits. When you start looking at this, man, when you start understanding history, you would know what's going on. Like I said, I don't teach you to get in trouble. I teach you so you can know things, so you can have a clear understanding of things, so you can ask the right questions, so you can deal with someone. Like people talk about, ain't no such thing as no sovereign citizen. I tell people that's an oxymoron. You're going to get yourself in trouble. You know? A lot of people just getting things out of context. With a birth certificate, everybody got a birth certificate. You know? Is the United States a private corporation? Yes, it is. But that's it. Just like I talk about a lot of precedent law cases when I tell people the stuff that I share with my brothers and sisters, and then it's key. Like when I talk about the TWELL, the Twill Fraud Doctrine, you need to know what that means. What is the Twill Fraud Doctrine? And could you give me an example of a Twill Fraud Doctrine? Can you give me an example? You know? That's what I ask people. What is an example of that? What you mean? Exactly. You need to know. When I talk about the estoppel doctrine, the estoppel, the ESTOPPEL, you need to know certain things. When I show people, when people be upset in their feelings, I say that's the problem. We upset in our feelings. You know, we give away so much. And just like me and my dad was talking today about, here it is, our organization is tax exempt for the federal government. And misnomer, our people, we still give our money away willingly to a private banking system. And the money that your tax dollars sit in a private banking system, it doesn't go to run your United States of America. That's why we're tax exempt for the federal government, and you can get a tax exempt receipt. That's why you got to know your tax bracket in each state and what you have to donate to your religious and charitable contribution of your choice to offset your taxes. And you use that money that you was giving Uncle Sam willingly to support your organization, and we build infrastructure. The only thing we own is our own temples, churches, and schools. We're supposed to own that. How? We're supposed to own houses in our community. How? I show people how to do this. If we're structured right, everything we do is ministry. We're tax exempt for the federal government, religious, charitable, scientific, donation-wise. You got to understand this. And it just fall on deaf ears. It fall on deaf ears. Why you think everything the Sopranos did with the church? Why you think when you're a pastor, when everything is ministry, you have a parsonage? If I have a parsonage and I got my brothers with me, all their houses is parsonage. Why? Because the organization own it. We control everything, own nothing. And we don't understand that. We don't understand that. We don't understand. People be like, oh, we giving somebody something. No. The law is set up a certain way to where if you in a high tax bracket or whatever tax bracket it is, when you donate to your religious and charitable contribution of your choice, that is fulfilling your tax obligation, and you don't even know that. Just like if I had a whole bunch of my friends play in the NBA, and what I know now, and I sit them down and I teach them this, and they're like, well, brother, I said, y'all got to fire that person that y'all have doing y'all taxes or whatever, or you don't got to fire them. No, let's just have a meet with them. Let me audit the person that's so-called paying your taxes, and then you can ask them the question and say, can I donate to my organization of my choice, the Burning Bush Tabernacle, and get a tax exempt receipt from my sheik, and that'll fulfill my taxes? They'll say yes. And then I say, okay, the next level is we got to know what percentage of money you got to donate your earned income to offset your taxes. So depending on the percentage of money, it's a percentage that you got to donate. So in California, you can give 60% of your earned income. So say if you're an athlete or a business person, or whatever you make it, I'll just give an analogy. You make $10 million a year and say you owe Uncle Sam $1 million taxes. You can donate $600,000 to the Burning Bush Tabernacle Science Temple and School and pay your taxes and fulfill your tax obligation. You know, or I can show you other things and you can file exempt. And after your basketball days over, you and all your friends, you will see all the infrastructure that we built, the school that we have, the church house we have, houses we have, businesses we have, where? In our neighborhood. That's what this is all about. So with that, I say gratitude for y'all listening to little old me. Like I said, here's the books today that I showed y'all that the bang for the buck. My email is Goodman, GOODMAN, KHARY @gmail.com. I'll let you know how much you can get this PDF book for. It's Russian Icons by Vladimir Ivanov. And if you want it printed and bindedbooks.com. We also sell a book printed and binded on there. But today I'm doing a special. So if you want this book PDF, you can get it from me. If you want it printed and binded, I will get with my muftis, Lamarck Barclay Bay at bindedbooks.com, and he will print and bind the book for you the same price that Office Max and Staple would do it for. So you don't have to go outside for your money. You can look how much they charge. We charge the same price. No more, no less. You know, why should we be cheaper? You'll go somewhere to pay the same price. We got the same machines. It's going to look just like this. It's going to come to you just like this from Office Max and Staples. So why not get it from us? And look how much Russian Icons cost by Vladimir Ivanov. Sacred Drift by Peter Lambert Wilson. Criminalizing a Race by Sharice L. McIntyre. Tavistock Institution by John Coleman. The Forgotten Cause of the Civil War by Lawrence R. Tenzer. And Golden Age of the Moors by Ivan Van Sertima. And then a book that I suggest, I think I got all the pictures saved. I sent all this to my muftis a while ago without sanctuary. I sent them all the stuff from the museum. But this is the book. I think I converted the book to a PDF. I have to look. If not, I can convert it to a PDF. It's not, no problem. Man, I wish I could share all these pictures and then don't get shadow banned again and tell you the history. But it's there. But with that being said, y'all saw all those books. And each Friday at our book club, my Mufti minister, Gregory Maso El, he does our book club where he share about 10 books that's special to him, but that's packed with wisdom, and he give the preface, and he give a little information on that every Friday. Every Saturday, we have a DAP class where we teach history and civics at 10:30 a.m. AZ time zone, but we work out at 9 a.m. And then on Sunday, we have Sunday school at 2 p.m. AZ time zone. My Mufti, Gregory Maso El, he's also the owner and operator of Mayat Sun Teas. Mayat Sun Teas, all the herbal teas and stuff that you be seeing us drinking, he's our herbalist. And we also got my Mufti Brian Higgs Bay, his album Transportation of Raw Material. If you like good hip hop music, it's nice. Check that out. It's streaming on all platforms. You can check out my other Mufti, Alonzo Wright Bay, at ALO Design Pros. I think he's on here on YouTube as well. Yep. ALO Design Pros. You see that? If you need a website, develop all that, or just someone to steer you in the right information, he does that at ALO Design Pros. He's also the owner of Morsachi, our designer Moorish brand. Look at it, morsachi.com. Also, MoorishHaberdasher.com. We sell a lot of Moorish American regalia. This is one of the shirts, our polo shirts. That logo is my brother, my baby brother, Akil Jelani Goodman Bey. He was, peace be among his soul. He was took off the earth in the early 2000s. This is his logo. And I got jogging suits and everything in my brother's name. This is it's a compression style polo. I'm coming out with some jogging suits and everything like this, some sweatshirts. But we got a workout material like this. We got the hats. I'm getting ready to have the trucker hats. And this is our own polo. I don't wear Ralph Lauren. I created my own, and it's all stitching. That's why I say wear something that means something. We all should be wearing something that means something. We don't have to be getting nothing cheap. We just get quality stuff and get quality stuff every so often. And so, I think I talked about everything, man. Gratitude, man. But go on MoorishHaberdasher.com. Check out some of that dope regalia my noble made. We got dope clothing, man. And if anybody got any questions, please send me an email. If you want some of these books, please, while I'm ministering today, if I don't get an email or a text from nobody today, when somebody hit me up tomorrow, I'm not doing that same deal. Oh, what'd he say? Yep, he said 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, it's 6. So, yep, 6. Okay, thank you. So I had 4 people on my other stream. They were like, we don't want no deals. He was like, it's worth it. So 4 groups of people bought all 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 books. No, 6 books. And I do these lectures all the time for my people. And I tell people, if it's nothing wrong. If you have your drink, that's what you do. If you have your smoke, that's what you do. I'm not going to belittle people. But if you say you into wisdom and understanding, you can't say, okay, well, I'm going to get a little bit of this and I'm going to take some of my finances because this brother has some more value. Why? Because you see how much this paper costs. I even got Marcus Garvey letters that Amazon have for $3,000 just because it's in a picture frame. And I laughed at the lady when I was live one day. She said, I got a letter, a Marcus Garvey letter off Amazon. I said, ma'am, you don't have a Marcus Garvey letter. I said, you have a copy. And I went right in my folder, put it out. She said, how did you get that? I said, ma'am, I'm an educator and a teacher and a scholar. I said, you think you're going to have something that don't have? I know what these letters are. That you'd have got a copy on a certain cardstock paper. I showed her. I got them all. And I said, so you paid all that much money for a frame? Because I got the letter. I got the Marcus Garvey letter. I got a whole bunch of Marcus Garvey letters. A whole bunch of them. I showed my wife. She was cracking up. The lady was all bragging because she spent $3,600 on a Marcus Garvey letter. I said, this letter right here, ma'am, how did you get that? I said, if Amazon got it, I got it. Duh. It's a copy. I'll be telling us, man, we right here. And so when I do ministry, man, I want my people to come in, share this with y'all, man. We got a lot to offer, especially if you're a researcher, if you want to learn, you can ask questions at the right setting. If you want to come to Sunday school, if you want to ask certain questions, you can. So as I close, the brother asked me, what is Jose? I think it's Jose. Adam said, Jesus is justice. Question, MROB. Can you explain? Well, Jesus per se is just, I look like that. If we under the auspices, you would want it to be justice. Your teaching should be just. The things that you do should be just. That's why certain people wasn't judging, because you would talk about the toothpick in someone else's eye, and we might have a log in ours. So justice must be performed the right way. The person that's can found guiltless, throw the first rock. Nobody can throw a rock. So we shouldn't be judging anyone on that level. So what we want is justice. We want things to be done the right way. We don't want to be done unjust. That's why when I say a lot of people, when they say they do this, when they say a lot of clan, where they were doing things under God, because a lot of the clan were Christian, but your God is not my God, because I don't know a God that'll burn people up and that'll do all that and that want to kill people. I don't know nobody that. The Creator created all of us. So in that aspect, Jesus is justice. Now we can start getting linguistic and start playing with history and language and say, well, it was no J in the Hebrew dialect, so how can we come up with Jesus? We can say, hey, Zeus, we can talk about Greek mythology, but if the so-called Jesus was supposed to spring from the tribe of Judah, then we have to start, or Judah, then we have to start talking about the holy name and transliterations and replacements, because you can't get Jesus out of Yahshua. That's a replacement. That's Greek mythology, which is no disrespect to nobody. When I tell you, I got all the old manuscripts. I go get my old Jehovah's Witness, the old book, the little blue one, before they start taking all the information out. And they tell you all this, but a lot of stuff has been changed. That's why I said I don't argue with no religious person. I get so many people jump on my page, trolls. That's why I'm not blocking nobody anymore. I'm letting people be on my page, come with all their negative hate. When I say clearly, you don't know me. And what that does, it shows how ignorant a lot of people be. And I'm not talking about nobody specific. I'm just saying in general, when they get on your page and they say, and start spilling a whole bunch of stuff out, well, not even knowing who I am. A person to jump on my page and say, well, Jesus is love. And I never said it wasn't. And Jesus is the way. I never said it wasn't. Well, why are you attacking me like that? When I say Islam or Allah, clearly you don't know what I'm talking about. I don't believe in nothing outside of myself. I don't believe in no Negro Islam. Islam is not no black man religion. Eurocentric Christianity ain't either. I'm under the triple rose, I tell you. I teach you. So when people be coming with misconceptions, I ain't on no one team. I'm on justice team. I'm on the right side, because it's all monotheism, and you got a Christian and a so-called Islam Muslim fighting over each other, and they forefathers the same, and the language is the same, and Negroes just don't understand because they lost in mistranslation. And that's the problem with a lot of us, because you got the Bible and the Quran, and they both have the same freaking forefathers. How can it be somebody different? How can it be? Because you spelling it a little bit different, or you saying it in Arabic? I don't care. You saying it in Arabic? Hell, because we can get in the Bukhari Hadith, and in the Bukhari Hadith, it names all Muhammad's black slaves. So I don't hold no points on nobody's side. I'm gonna be historical, and I'm gonna deal with the right science. When I got my dual master's degree from Grand Canyon University, I destroyed Eurocentric and Negrocentric propaganda. I explained the esoteric and the exoteric. I explained things Kabbalistically. I contextualized it. I showed them what the language mean. I said, listen now, when we teach it, we have to know what the words mean yesterday and today and forevermore. You're not finna mistranslate no words on me, and you're not gonna use linguistic apartheid on me, because I know how to research words. I know law is Greek. I know Pig Latin. I know all those things to decipher anything someone coming to me. Why? And even in my professor in law classes, I was able to study with lawyers. You know what I mean? With prosecutor attorneys, to be able to take precedent in law cases and analyze them. And then that's why I tell people you can't be a witness. Why? Because I can say some stuff, and then I say in a couple more minutes, and before I end, I can say, I'm gonna ask you who got shot. And then you will say, oh, such and such got shot, such and such got shot. And then when I play what I asked you back, I ain't say nobody got shot. People just came up with it. I just said it was a homicide on at a hotel, and the person that called in the dispatch, they said they think someone may have got stabbed. And then I start asking you a whole bunch of questions, and then I say, now tell me who got shot at the apartment. A person to say, did he get shot? Yep. A person be asking a whole bunch of stuff like an eyewitness and be totally wrong. And I be asking people, a lot of us never studied that stuff. A lot of us, and then I ask people, go ask your teacher that stuff. Go, if your kid being taught wrong, how many parents went up to their kids' schools and challenged their kids' teachers? How many of us was in college or in high school? How many of us went up to the high schools and challenged those teachers about that fake Christopher Columbus like he discovered America? How many of us challenged that? How many challenged that we're not Negro, black, or colored with that Black Lives Matter stuff? And no one's never going to get reparations for blacks. The only people that got a payout for blacks is the people that created them. No black person is going to get no reparations. Never, 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 until you restore yourself back to your original state. These is facts. These is facts. And so when I started dealing with the science and all religious and holy books, I tell people, it's a lot that most people don't know. The Bible is written in analogy and parable and symbology. They want to keep stuff away from you because they don't want you to be a seer. They don't want you to know how to see in stars. The Bible took all the symbols out the Bible. Hell, the first science of or understanding of a God being was a woman. Was the symbols. The Catholic Church have this stuff in their libraries, in their chambers. I'm a scholar. I'm telling you, I know this for a fact. That's why Sophia is wisdom. That's why on the road to Damascus, Paul was going to colonize them. They already had their god Artemis, the female, the black, melanated with all the breasts, god Artemis, and then they whitewashed it. Just like in the book of Maccabees, it say the Gentile, the heathen, tried to whitewash the history books. And in Russian icons, they're showing you how they in the tune whitewashing the history books. You can't be mad at me. The color spectrum is not white to dark. That's pseudoscience. The color spectrum comes from dark to light. This is science. These is facts. We cannot be mad. That's why a lot of we have to be taught by somebody right. Especially your babies. Today, your babies need to know. We cannot let nobody else tell our story. All this information that this rich history, who we are, man, now the trick is out the bag. Everybody not from no Africa. Did some misnomer black people come from Africa? But not everybody came from no Africa. You was right here. You were here before 1619 when all those Jamestown, that's when they came. But what about the free ones that was here already in Americas? I got all information on this. Everybody ain't from no Africa. Judah had 3 names. Tavistock, the one world Tartarians done told on you of them liars. The Europeans, every European in the 1st century gonna tell you. And I don't even have to deal with our scholars. And then religious scholarship, I deal with they writers to tell you what they saw. I got all ancient writers from 1st century that'll tell you what they saw. The first church fathers will say, no, you lying. That's why I don't be playing that game when people get on my page, those radicals, and the first thing come out their mouth is Jesus is love and all this. I understand that. I'm from the tribe of Judah, lineage of David by blood. I understand that. I don't diss nothing. I obey all the laws and the prophets, all of them. I know it was 16 crucified saviors before Jesus Christ. I know it was Christianity before some image of Jesus that we think, and that's from love. And I know a prophet and an angel come from you. How can you talk about a prophet and an angel? You know a prophet and an angel, and it's somebody that don't look like you, somebody that don't speak your voice. That don't even make sense. A prophet and an angel come in the voice of the people. If not, then the first thing I'm teaching is linguistics. What? You got to know the words that are coming out of my mouth first. So I can't teach you nothing if you don't know the language that's coming out of my mouth. How am I going to teach you something I don't even know your history, your culture? That's why I be laughing at the Christians and the Muslims. Hell, you get the final call of the Nation of Islam. The Muslims, they say one of their acts since 1930. They say Fire Muhammad is the mighty for the Christians and the Muslims. But we know I don't deal with that mystery stuff. Don't nobody that don't look like me that just magically pop somewhere and we know who Noble Drew Ali is. Why you think everybody here know Noble Drew Ali and all European lower level Masons know who Noble Drew Ali is? Isn't that ironic that all these Negro scholars act like they don't know who Noble Drew Ali is, but every European scholar, PhD, Mason, they know who the prophet is. They wrote on our prophet. Don't that tell you something? Hell, Farrakhan gave Noble Drew Ali credit on Founders Day in 2015. Go on my YouTube page and see it. And then the European, the lower level a Scottish Rite Mason, he gave credit to Noble Drew Ali on his 135th birthday. It's on my YouTube page. They be laughing at black people when black people, Masons, call themselves some widow son. How in the hell are you a widow son? How? My European Masons don't call themselves no widow son. They call themselves sons of Muslims. They ain't no stupid widow son. A widow son. What is that? I told you our people goofy. Our people is straight up goofy. And people can be mad at me all they want to. They don't know the history, you know, and everything I talk about is peer reviewed. It's justified. If it wasn't justified, it wouldn't be written. It wouldn't be written. Just like when I was lecturing the 16 crucified saviors, and I asked, and I told, and when I be giving quotes, books and names, and I tell my mufti to write them down, the information is there. So it's there who the first church fathers are. I do this all the time so you can be confident. So when other people come to you and tell you this and that, oh, they don't believe this, and read a book. It's in all history books. You go read a book. They the ones say they grew up in a cave. I don't have no disrespect to no one. I ain't say I was no caveman, no Neanderthal. You say you was a caveman. Why would I argue with a caveman? Why would I argue with a caveman that ain't had no running water, that ain't know how to take a bath? This is your side. This is your history that grew up in a cave, that didn't know how to wash your butt or know how to clean yourself or didn't have shoes on your feet. And you telling me you talk about you educating the world, you didn't even have shoes on your damn feet, and you was in a cave to try and we take that, talk about we some slaves. Please, the first university was in Salamanca in Spain. The copied you. Even the damn Ku Klux Klan attire ain't original. They got that from the black priests in Seville. None of that stuff is original. Hell, the Ku Klux Klan, their holy book is the Quran. The whole trick is to make you think you don't know who you are, but it's already written. No one, no professor, nobody, no one can come and disrespect what we saying. Especially if you're a European Mason, you definitely need to be quiet. All my European Jewish colleagues know what I'm saying. I love everybody, but my brothers that so-called Eurocentric and Negrocentric under that propaganda, that certain type of Christianity, all the ones that's under that Al-Islam that hate each other. Al-Islam, or you can't be around no Christian and all that. If the Bible is so good, it's talk about if somebody's sexual preference, you hear these people kill them and all that. I ain't with that. It's other things in a biblical scripture. It says it's an abomination too. So when you look at somebody else's wife wrong, cut your hand off. When you do money wrong, cut your hand off. It's so many instances in there where it's an abomination. I don't want to be around nobody that think like that. I don't want to be around nobody that's prejudiced against nobody else. America is the only way where you have religious freedoms. Take yourself to one of them dictator countries talking that stupid stuff. That's why I be laughing at us, man. We so separate, and we don't let religion just totally scatter us. And if you say Black Lives Matter and you say you down with reparations, well, how can you be down with reparations under some Black Lives Matter? You can't. You got to be a fool. That lawyer, Ben Crump, know damn well black people ain't gonna never get no reparations. If anybody know Ben Crump, Call him and put him on here. And I say, well, you know, Negroes ain't gonna get no reparations. I don't care if y'all hire him for millions. All they gonna do is do litigation, and he just gonna continue smiling, because blacks don't have no rights according to law. Because according to science and law, black is silver mortis, dead in the eyes of the law. And anybody that's gonna get reparations for black people, for misnomer slaves, is the person that created your black butt. And being black is only as old as the United States. These is facts. When I ask a person the 13th, the 14th, the 15th Amendment, the Manumissions, Declaration of Human Rights, Article 15, House Joint Resolution 75, when I ask them what's the SF 181 form pertaining to ethnicity, especially these Moors, they can't tell me nothing. All they talking about is some overthrowing some government, talking about canceling corporate debt. You don't have no corporate debt. You a criminal. You don't have no corporate debt. All that stupid stuff. I'm a sovereign citizen. I don't drive without no license. Why would you want to drive without a license? Why? Like what? And after you do all that stuff, you ain't got no more. You don't have no more than what you had. After you done all that stupid stuff, how did it help your life? How? Give me one reason. I told y'all all this stuff was gonna crumble on people. Everybody was walking like peacocks with their head out, like something with that ride of the stuff. And I said, all these people going to jail. I told y'all, these some low-ranking military people. They know what they doing. I told people this. I don't care about none of them groups. And then now it come out the truth. All of the truth come out. I said, I told y'all, Stevie Wonder is blind enough to see this. I told everybody, I said, all this more stuff y'all see on the internet, they all going to jail. People are like, why you say that? Because I said it's criminal stuff. All that sovereign citizen, all that canceling corporate debt, that's a European thing. That's a European thing. That's a European militia thing. And I told, who started it? My mufti should know the person right now. My mufti's on YouTube. Watch, nobody even know. I hope that who started them lies. When I shared it on TikTok and Facebook, when I said the name, they tried to ban me. Port Noble, you indigenous, that's the United of Asia. See, all those names, Puerto Rican, Latino, Mexican, those are names that the colonizer gave us. What you are native to the land. I bet you your great grandmama tell seeing all our attire from the Mexico, the Olmec, when you see the real statues, we all look alike. I'm trying to tell you big facts. We native of the land. We let other people name us and separate us. These is facts. These is facts. No, but I got too many of my native misnomer Lexicans and misnomer Hispanics that's under my auspices. They like, you don't got all your misnomer black people with you. I said, nope, they think they know something. And they talking about reparations. I said, nope, but y'all my brothers. But y'all my brothers too. I done put more fezzes on a lot of my misnomer Latino and my misnomer Puerto Rican brothers, because I'm in Arizona. I'm getting ready to go to Sacramento in a couple of days. My birthday, January 19th. Two of my muftis stay out there, but two of my Hispanic homies, my Puerto Rican, my native homies stay out there. I got to give them their fezzes. I teach their children, and they love me. No biasness. They say, man, we lost. I said, where your great grandma at? Because, or your grandma, I said, those names was given to you by colonizers. Keep us separate. We are the minority. We ain't no majority. How can we be the majority? We the copper color races. Look in the 1828 Webster Dictionary and see what an American is. The copper color races. You don't know this? Swarty, brunette, those are colors. Do y'all know it's a European group? It was in Canada called the Paradigm Group that came up with a lot of that sovereign citizen stuff. But let me find the other brother. Because I can't think of his name. I shared this on TikTok. They was like, oh, you can't do this. It go against our rules. I shared it on Facebook. It go against our rules. Why? So that tell you that they allow you to promulgate what I call propaganda. Why? All on YouTube, all on TikTok, they able to talk about that stuff. Overthrowing the government, a sovereign citizen, and all this stuff. Let me find that dude's name. None of my muftis pull his name up yet. I put it all in the text string. That should be important to you when somebody coming to you talking that sovereign citizen trash. And then you should be like, no, my shit already destroyed that. Yeah, we getting ready to get out of here. It's my time. I'm gonna see none of my muftis put their name on there. I got both of my muftis on my Facebook page and on YouTube. Do any of my muftis know? Let me go through it and see, can I find it? The name. And this what I be saying, the importance if your teacher putting some things in there, we should have things to go right to it. It should stick in your head. When people trying to sell you these programs, and I got this key, I'm gonna show you how to do this. You ain't finna show me how to do nothing. Where is his name? Y'all. I hate to leave before I give you the person name. I gotta find it. Any of my muftis got it? Nope. Let me see, can I find it before I get out of here? What was his name? His name was, come on, muftis. I can't believe none of y'all can't help me out with the name. Watch, my empress gonna come in here and tell me the name. Anybody got the name on here? Moso, you don't know the name? I'm sorry, y'all. I can't think of the name. Dang. What's that name, y'all? I put it in a text stream, Noble. You said what you say, Moso? The guy that I told you a lot of that sovereign citizen stuff came from. And I tried to share all the information. And once again, Instagram, TikTok, it didn't let me. And somebody came on my inbox and they were like, brother, you've been telling the truth for years. I've been following you for years. You're like, all your stuff should have been viral. This should tell you that your people is some damn criminals and some fools. And that's white and black, misnomer white and black. Because I can go on European people pages. Well, I'm going to show you how to cancel corporate debt. And you got so-called Moors on there asking for the information. Can anybody give me that brother, the guy name? I shared it with y'all in the text stream, and I sent it to everybody email. What was his name? Come on, Moso. Give it to me before I get out of here. Now, why am I noble looking? Remember, I tell y'all the first century writers, Godfrey Higgins. And his book is spelled ANACALYPSIS. And it's an attempt to draw aside the veil, and it's all the information telling you what this religious history is about, debunking all the stuff. So, Mosso, you didn't find it? So, apologies, everyone. I thought one of my brothers would have it for me. I'll give it a couple more seconds before I leave. But gratitude, Brother Adams, you're more than welcome to inbox me. Ask me any questions. I would love for you to come to Sunday school and adapt class privately. We do it privately on Zoom where you can be our guest, where you can ask any question that you want. There's no such thing as a dumb question. If I'm a teacher, I should answer everything. And I'm not going to tell you what I think or what I believe, because you shouldn't care what I think or what I believe. You should care what I can prove from the science. My personal beliefs shouldn't mean nothing to you. Or if you ask me, science, because my thoughts shouldn't be my thoughts. I operate under the Holy Spirit, and the truth is just the truth. And so that's what it is. Thank you, Brother Adams. And like I said, anything you need, it ain't about money with me. I have a source of information, and I don't want to die. And only college students and other people that's not connected to me at my funeral, like, y'all didn't support this man. Y'all didn't get everything out of this man that he had to offer. Because there's a lot of me that I have to offer, man. And I tell people to use me up. This is my life. I'm always available. I'm not gonna send nobody in no burning house. You can ask any of my muftis on here. They've been rocking with me for 6 years. I never tell you or steer you to do nothing wrong, because that ain't how I operate. Dang, Moso, so do you got the name? Moso don't got the name. Dang, y'all. Sorry. Let me see, can I go on my other system and see do I got the name saved? Dang, man. Oh, what you said, I'm great. Gratitude, you great too, brother. Gratitude, you great. You are great as well, and I give you honors as well. I definitely give you honors, and I would love for you to come to class and learn as much as you want and get whatever you can get from this. Man, I'm trying to see do my noble have the info on there. Oh man, I want y'all to have it. I can't find it. Oh man, I hate it when this happens, y'all. Man, because it's powerful. I just want you it'll make you laugh, because this where all these Moors be getting this bull crap from. I say they be getting this criminal stuff, bringing it into our cipher. And then when you meet somebody and they talking that crazy stuff, you think that's more science, and it's not. Let me see. Let me see, did I write it? Let me see. I know I shared this. Let me see. Come on, Moso. Find it for me real fast, Moso. Find it for me, no. I know you know. Let me see. Let me see. Can I find it, y'all? Because it's just a name. Let me see. No, Moso, he still didn't find it. Let me see. Come on. Man, I don't like when this happened. That's when this type of stuff happen, man, I'll be like, nope, I gotta find it. Where is that? Man, Moso, what's up, man? Why you don't know? Empress. She gonna be like, boy, leave me alone. Man, y'all, I'm sorry. I can't even find it, man. That was homework for you. I can't even find it, y'all. But that's where a lot of these people be getting this stuff, getting in trouble. Nobody never won none of them cases. None of that. All of it just be garbage. And that's what you'll be seeing on the internet when these people, I'm going to say it like this. These misnomer Negroes and feds is on. They act like they know some special law to get them out of jail. They going straight to jail. And they going straight to jail. And I laugh at them all. And they ain't no such thing as a sovereign citizen. That's an oxymoron. How you going to be a sovereign and a citizen at the same time? How you gonna be a sovereign and a citizen at the same time, Brother Adams? You ain't ever thought of, ask them ones that say they sovereign citizens. Say, can you explain that? How are you a sovereign and a citizen at the same time? Ask them explain that. They can't. That's an oxymoron. Ask them, do they know what an oxymoron is? That's all you gotta say. Ask anybody, do they know what an oxymoron is? So the name is Roger Elvick. Real fast, research Roger Elvick and tell me what's the first thing you get, what he talked about, what he did. Roger Elvick, Rogerelvick. Roger Elvick. And what you get. And that's where all these Moors be getting this crap from. All these liars. I told y'all they get that, no disrespect. They get that European, that Albion, that Trilodite, militia, I want to overthrow the government type stuff. That's all it be. Hell, it was a what's that show, Crime Scene Investigators? I love watching that. And when it was an episode with the sovereign citizen militia, the Europeans, and the Negro, and we go overthrow the government. That's all it be. That's all it be. Look what happened, all that bombing. The dude in Vegas that blew up his Cybertruck, he was an active military. The dude in New Orleans, military. That be them overthrowing the government. I don't have no problem with the United States. This is the land of the free. I'm proud to be an American. What type of American I am? A Moorish American. This is the only place that I can tell you who I am. For the record, I want to be nowhere else. I'm proud to be an American. Why? You got misnumbered people can come from somewhere else and become doctors and lawyers, and we done been here forever. And then these misnumbered black people on some damn welfare and on some damn Section 8. Miss me with that. Roger Elvick. You see? So, and then you got another one. You got another group called the Paradigm Group in Canada. Research who all these people is a product. This is European stuff. No disrespect. Albion, Trilodite, I want to overthrow the government stuff. This is not our movement. One of the Paradigm Group members was arrested in Canada for being involved in what? The sovereign citizen movement. A movement where people believe their country government is illegitimate and have similar beliefs to American sovereign citizens. You see, that's that European militia stuff. That's what these Negroes did. You're going to be right in jail with them. I've been telling y'all this for a long time. You can't be no sovereign and no citizen at the same time. That's an oxymoron. Now, all these Moors that had these videos derived of the Moors, all the other Moors in Canada that were supporting all that stuff, and I've been telling y'all for years, and now they want to backtrack. No, you sent everybody in the burning house. You just as guilty too. That's why I be telling y'all, man. This stuff be a joke. This be a whole bunch of illiterate bum people trying to overthrow the government, talking about a whole bunch of nothing. They be talking about cases that ain't even in jurisdiction, stuff in Hawaii. That stuff in Hawaii they talk about ain't precedent over here. I've been telling y'all this for a long, long time. But no, we don't want to listen. We have to come together under wisdom, under the right way. We're not prejudiced of our brothers and sisters. You got to understand science and understand what this world is all about. Bring people together. If you a teacher, you got to teach people. If all my people that look like me, so-called melanated, and none of them into the science, and then say I get a whole bunch of my people that's Latino and misnomer Latino, misnomer Mexican per se, misnomer Italian per se, and misnomer Puerto Rican, and they all come under the auspices. Why would I be dealing with a misnomer Negro that think they Negro, black, and color, African American, and they talk about their original? Why would I care about that? I gotta let them go because they think that. I gotta deal with those that know the science, and we'll step over those. Misnomer black people, you're not the only indigenous person. You're not. We the copper color races. You gotta understand this. You gotta understand science of what was been here in the Americas. The blood that runs in your vein. That's what our prophet said in our Moorish Quran in chapter 25, the uniting of Asia. Read chapter 25 of your Moorish Quran. Read it. That's why I be laughing at my brothers and sisters, especially those, my misnomer Latinos, my misnomer Mexican, my misnomer Spanish. You Moorish. You are a Moor. You Moorish. You are native to the land. You're not no Puerto Rican. You're not no Hispanic. You're not no Mexican. We all Mexico. But you ain't none of that. That some colonizer named you. Those names are only as old as the person that gave it to them. You are indigenous to the land. You are native to this land. Where? The Americas. You got to understand what I'm telling you. If the Europeans was able to be $5 Indians, why don't you do the same laws? We be so worried about, the European $5. But what about you? Use the same laws for yourself. It's just like when you're running for a political office and you got to get certain signatures. Do the same thing and take it to the world courts. I showed y'all. I know the wisdom. Proclaim, declare, have due process first. Annex your LBA to your last name. The Declaration of Human Rights, Article 15, clearly says that you got a right of a nationality and a right to change it. And to claim a child replaces the birth certificate. And no one will be arbitrarily denied of a nationality and a right to change it. That is so powerful and so prophetic. Who told us that? Obama told us that. We a nation of laws, y'all. I'm under the Constitution. I'm telling y'all, we are a nation of law. The Declaration of Human Rights, Article 15, clearly states that you got a right of a nationality and a right to change it. And to claim a child replaces the birth certificate. And no one will be arbitrarily denied of a nationality and a right to change your nationality. That's so prophetic. The religious laws of the indigenous people said we got the right not to assimilate. We got the right to have our own spiritual teacher, to write our own books. We got the right to wear our own culture. We got the right to use public platforms to teach our science and love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. Hell, the Ku Klux Klan get to. They're a fraternity. I'm a fraternity too. I keep telling y'all, I'm legit. I can give you donate to us. I can give you a tax exempt ticket, exempt receipt. When I'm ministering and I ask for a suggested donation of literature when I'm in my ministry, it's a suggested donation. If I say, man, $40 for this book when I'm in ministry and you don't got 40 and you say, Sheik, I don't have 40, I got 20. Can I get that PDF book? Absolutely, you can. Absolutely, you can. And this is what I'm telling us, man. I hope we come together and learn, because 2025 should be the time that we get rid of all the uneducated teachers, all the uneducated preachers, all that stupid stuff, all that sovereign citizen stuff, all those fake podcasts, $1 million worth of game that's lying to us, getting all those Negroes on there, payola. That stuff is payola, and it's all fake. And I challenge anybody that say they're some guru. I challenge them all, because they're going to get mad at me, because I know the site that they be a whole prop where they be getting them fake jets. It's a fake prop. Go on my Facebook page. I be saving people the embarrassment because they know I know. I'm almost 48 in January, and I travel on my own dime. I'll pop up in somebody's city right then, just like the dude from the Nation of Islam that was lying and talk about they got 400 acres, and he jumped on my page, and I said, man, I'm not going to embarrass you on here. And I said, I hope you don't get on here trying to say nothing or say something slick, because I'm going to embarrass you. That Negro was quiet in a church mouse, because I know you scamming your own people. I told y'all, anytime you lie, talk about you got some 400 acres and you go and get some damn tool sheds from Home Depot and you rent a hard hat and you do some ribbon cutting live with the lady that scammed all y'all, that scammed the people, and you part of the Nation of Islam, brother, and you didn't take that to your people in the nation. Why? Because you know you were scamming. You did that and took it on the outside world. You don't have no 400 damn acres, no never ever farms. You didn't graduate from no university with no master's degree in Christian education and no master's degree in business. And you was next to the Singer tank. Research, it was all a diploma mill. It was all fake. And why do we do that? Billy Carson lied to us. Talk about he graduated from Harvard. He fake. I know the real Billy Carson. He's talking about some Anunnaki, some alien. No, it ain't. That's Zachariah Stinson pseudo stuff. Anunnaki is the Iberian. See, this is real scholarship here. You can't get mad at me. What happened to the Black Wall Street and all them people with them tattoos on their face to show you how to do this and buy my this and buy this and buy where they at now? They got to try to reinvent themselves. What? The next scam. I told y'all, I've been doing this for a long time. That's why any of them, when they used to see me, when the dude, before he went to prison, that dude Polite, when I was like, okay, if you teach classes, I'll be in Vegas. He like, when you'll be here? I said, in a couple hours. Popped up in Vegas, boom, boom, won't answer the phone. Because I know people they be lying to other people. And I said, no, you're going to go lie with me. Since you doing, go lie with me, because I know all that stuff fake. It's all fake. And if it was so good, you would be doing it to people that got real money. You wouldn't be trying to do that to a whole bunch of people that's on welfare and on Section 8 with a Ponzi scheme and a pyramid scheme. These Negroes ain't smart as Bernie Madoff. Think about that. Anybody that come with some scam, some anything, I bet you won't say, well, let me ask my sheik Kareem Goodman Bay, and let me ask him for some information. I bet you they'll delete everything. I guarantee you. I don't care how dressed up they be. I don't care how many followers they got. I don't care how many podcasts they get. I don't care how many headbands they wear with compasses and squares and crescents on them. I don't care. I bet you they won't come on my platform. I bet you they won't have a real conversation, because both of them brothers was on there talking about some Bitcoin and then some investing. They ain't investing like that. You ain't brilliant enough to invest like that. They not. It's all fake. Buy my program. That's all it is. It's a computer generated program. And I'll show you it's all fake. You don't make no money off that. It's fake. I'm telling y'all. But all this stuff been popular in the last couple of years since COVID came in. Everybody say they a guru. Everybody talk about they Forex and Bitcoin. Everybody say they making millions. Dude, if you making that much millions and you bragging about it on internet, what? You know what you can get ready to happen? Audit. You're getting ready to get audit. These people not making that much money like that. These facts. If they are, tell them to show you their portfolio instead of just talking. That's all you got to do. Show me your portfolio. And if anybody dealing with houses and investment, they're going to invest their money first. They're going to show you what they done. If I say I know how to get land, you don't got to buy my course. What? I'm just going to get my finder's fee. I'm going to show you how to get land. Done. We got land. We can build our homestead in Mojave, Arizona. Myself and my muftis, we got 10 acres. If you want to buy distressed property in your neighborhood, you don't have to take nobody program. All them people on the internet, you don't got to deal with them. Get with me. I'll show you how to get the list. The list in your neighborhood is free. If you got land bank in your community in Flint, Michigan, it's called land bank. Once the city own the houses, land bank own them. You can get a whole list and go around the houses and buy the houses for like that. Or if you can go around your city and go down to the city hall, look up the people who own the house, and if they own back taxes, pay the back taxes. Each state is different. I know in the city of Flint, Michigan, if you pay the property taxes on somebody's property, I think they got about 3 to 5 months to pay their property taxes. If not, the property yours. So all that other stuff is straight trash. When people be talking about, oh, I can show you how to get some free line of credit, ain't no credit free. They'll tell you how to get, say, 10,000, but then you got to pay them 2,500 right off the top. That means you got to pay them the whole 10. You got to pay the creditor the whole 10,000 back. They defrauded you. I'll show you how to clean your personal credit and then build your business line of credit. And if you want to buy your first rental property with your credit, you know, what you can do, and then just pay the whole credit card back once you've made your property or pay small payments. That's a process, but you got to be good at manipulating that. And everybody ain't good doing that. Like how I am. I live off all my credit cards. That's how I built my personal credit. And my personal credit, I use my personal credit to springboard my business credit. And now my business credit is standing on its own 2 feet. I'm about to jump in a whole nother atmosphere. I'm about to get my first parsonage, you know, or a community home for people, for my brothers and sisters that get out of prison. That's Moors in my city of Flint, and single moms. I'm working on that right now, and it's going to be in a whole different tax bracket. This is what I'll be telling people. We can do things together. We don't got to be dealing with none of these fake gurus. We ain't got to be dealing with none of that. What we must do is move back to our communities and take over our communities. I'm from Flint, Michigan. Is nobody moving in our neighborhood? I'd be so tired of misnomer black people talking about somebody tore our neighborhood up. The only people tore our neighborhood up is the children and the junkies. And it's all that plight in our neighborhood. We can go back and buy our neighborhood back block for block with the right plan, and I have it. This ain't no drug dealer, Nipsey Hussle, buy the hood back. No, this is us operating under our ministry, doing things that we can do the right way. And everybody that know how to fix things, we take over our communities. And that's what I'm all about, man. I have a skill. I'm educated, I'm anointed, and I'm consecrated, and I have gifts. And I would love for my people to support what we're doing. I would love for my people to support our ministry, support our companies, My PDF Books, Binding Books, Moore's Haberdasher, Mayat Son Tees, ALO Design. Support something that's real. And I thank y'all for, y'all done been here for almost 2 hours. Man, I give y'all gratitude. That means it's something that I have. So I give y'all gratitude, man. It's getting ready to be 2025. I want everybody on here to be my private guest for Adapt class Saturday and Sunday school every Sunday. Inbox me, hit me up. Any books you want, let me know. If you want a turban, if you want a she-mag, and you don't know how to tie it, I'll show you how to tie it. Before I close, because people send me stuff and I'll be cracking up. So one of my homegirls sent me a TikTok video of this dude. Listen how janky they got us now, and how can I say weak we are. We're not learning something. They got these little stupid do-rags that look like a turban, and you can just put it on your head and just wrap it across, and dudes is wearing that. And the dude on there talk about, you know, it looked like a turban. I don't know how to wear a turban, but it ain't no turban. It's a do-rag. It's not a turban. And you don't want to take the time to learn how to wrap your turban, wrap your she-mag, and I teach you. You'll go buy a stupid do-rag. That ain't no turban. It's a do-rag. And so we don't let a Chinese company make a do-rag, put it on Amazon, and Negroes is buying it. And here it is. I have all the she-mags, all the turbans you need, all the she-mags, all the turbans that you need, all different colors. I sell them on my page, and when you connect it to me, you can get anything, all colors, everything. And this just a small, and this just a few of them. All color turbans. We got them all. We got everything you need. You don't got to go outside for nothing. And you can hit me up. Once again, my email is goodmankary@gmail.com. My office number is 602-473-8767. Please don't waste my time, y'all. If you serious, I'm a businessman. And you know I'm a businessman because I'm doing business. Let's do business together. Don't be a lotterer. Let's be a participator. I have everything for you. All colors, all turbans, all she-mags, and I'll show you how to wrap them. Any headdress, all the fezzes, all our fezzes and kufis are made with proper perforations. All our fezzes have the ball, the breathing, the holes around it. Everything, the mundane ball for perforation, for symbology. And I gather and compile all the books, the manuals, for you can learn, so you can know what you representing when you representing. So once again, man, I love y'all. Thank you. Anything y'all need, I'm here. If y'all want some books, purchase some books from me, man. Purchase some from your brother. I don't mind asking my people to support, because I support everything. You don't got to go to Amazon and spend all those thousands of dollars for some paper. You can get it from me. I can print it and bind it, or I can send you the PDF for a tittle of the cost. I'm your source for all your information. We help Jeff Bezos get rich, help the BBT get rich, and then see what I do. See when we have a temple in the school. See when I be donating stuff to children. Tomorrow, because I've been going for 2 hours, tomorrow, I got a lot of shoes, brand new shoes. I'm gonna be auctioning some shoes off tomorrow. I got so much stuff. I used to just buy stuff and sell it. A lot of stuff I gave away, and now I just got boxes of a lot of brand new shoes that I don't even wear, because I don't care about shoes and stuff. you know. And so tomorrow I'm gonna auction some stuff off, you know. I'm gonna be auctioning fezzes and turbans off. Like I'm gonna be offering raffle tickets, and I'm only gonna sell enough raffle tickets for the price of what I sell an item for. So for instance, I'm not gonna be, say if I sell an item, I'll give an analogy like the fezzes that we make. I sell a fez for $200. So I might say, okay, I need 20 raffle tickets to be sold, and I'll show y'all the ticket number. Once I sell 20 raffle tickets, that's it. I'm not finna sell 50 raffle tickets for a fez. That's too much money. All I'm doing is selling the raffle tickets for the price of the item. So somebody will get a fez for $10. If I sell 20 raffle tickets, somebody will get a fez for $10. Just like with my turbans and everything, I'll be raffling turbans and she-mags off for the price I sell them for. So once I sell enough raffle tickets for that price, somebody will be getting a turban for $10. Just like, say, if you go on Moore's Haberdasher, our Moore's Haberdasher page, I'm only selling, I'll raffle the shirt for what I sell it for. So if I sell tickets for $10, somebody's going to get the shirt for $10. When you go on our page and you see all those Noble shirts and all those dope Morsacci stuff that my Noble design, somebody's going to be getting all that regalia for $10. The tunics, the she-mags, somebody's going to be getting that for $10. That's why I say, come support. Come support. Then I'm going to be doing little QV sales like Angie's, like QVC, and doing sales to bring people in to get our products in your hand. So we can start looking like each other, greeting each other, so we can know who we are, so we can understand our culture. So once again, man, I love y'all. I give y'all gratitude. Thank you for taking 2 hours out of your day for listening to me. Man, have some love on your heart. Learn who you are. The shift is happening now. Why? Because you're here, and I give gratitude. And please subscribe to my page. Subscribe to our temple and our Temple and School YouTube page. It's Burning Bush Tabernacle Science Temple and School. Please subscribe to that on YouTube and on Facebook. If you're on Facebook, subscribe to our Temple and School Facebook page, and subscribe to my Facebook page and my Instagram page. And you can inbox me anything you need, any books, I have it for you. Don't let nobody charge you for something that you can get from me for a small donation. Don't let nobody tell you, oh, somebody gonna help me set up my business and EIN and Duns and Bradstreet and all this for all this. No, I do that for a small donation. For a small, and all my members know I do it because I do it in real life. I do this in real life. I'll show you how to build your business line of credit by doing regular things. And you should want to learn that, especially if you have a business. I have a lot to offer, man, and this is just 2 hours. And like I said, I have a lot to offer. And anything that I talk about, I want you to fact check it. And I will give you the information. I never leave my family or my friends or anybody in no burning house. Never. But a workman is due his hire. And I'm a nonprofit organization, and we operate off donations and things like that. So if people like to donate to our temple and school, much gratitude. You know, I can let you know how to donate. I don't want to put that on here right now, but if you're serious, all you got to do is inbox me, and I'll let you know how to donate. And you can get a taxes and receipt. And when you start donating consistently, I'll just be giving you wisdom. A lot of stuff you don't have to pay for, because I'm going to be giving it to you because I appreciate the love. Let me be your source. I love y'all, man, and peace.